Hey everybody, welcome to Core. This is Core, the show that talks about video games and does it with three pals. I'm Scott Johnson. Over there you got the chronoed triggered man himself, John Jagger. Hello, John.
I've been chronoed. I've been triggered.
Triggered and chronoed. He's ready to go. Then we also have Bo. I can't find my fishing game shorts. These are really creative intros I worked on.
I mean... It feels like where you practice film sec material.
I feel like I'll stop searching.
Yeah. You think you're good now? You're not gonna.
Yeah.
You're not gonna look for any more. That's a shame.
I'm gonna skip searching any further for.
How do you like that meme though? That everybody thinks that Bo's the guy who's gonna just go find your fishing games now, or if they find a fishing game, they're gonna let you know about it, and it's gonna come up here. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I've done it to myself, right? So when people like a thing and they get sick of you bashing it, they're going to find ways to retaliate, right?
That's true.
Even if it's just in a friendly way, in a jokey way. So,
yep.
Everyone, apparently it's popular with people.
People like the fishing. Yeah.
Apparently, I'm a big and cruel bastard for hating fishing.
Did you try the fishing in Diablo when they added the fishing? Did you give that a shot?
I did the fishing quest.
Okay. Then technically you kind of did.
And then I went, that's it, I'm done. But I also got to the end game in Diablo and went, I'm done. So I wouldn't read too much into that. I didn't play it long term. I enjoyed the campaign and then I was out, which is not how you play ARPGs.
It's not supposed to be. It's not how they want you to play.
No. I would constitute it overall as a probably a failure, at least not a failure on the part of the development team, but a failure to interest me in their game further. I like the campaign, but those games want you to play longer, and I'm like, you know what? I've done this before.
How much of this, John and I talked about a little bit pre-show, but how much of this with Diablo or any action RPG is just fatigue on our part, having played these for so many years, this kind of game? You think that's why the end game doesn't appeal, or is there actually something wrong with their end game?
I think it's just there's a lot of games to play, and there's more. ARPG is not the only interesting genre. It takes a special kind of person to be like I watched Chris Wilson. He was the old CEO of Grinding Gear Games for Path of Exile. And he seems to play pretty much two games, Magic the Gathering and Diablo 2. That's it. That's all he talks about. I find it fascinating. I like listening to it, but I'm like, dude, have you guys played Nightreign? Screw those games. I'm playing a new game now, Or have you played Yakuza? You're going to spend all this time and miss out on some cool other shit? So, I don't know, man. For me, it's I'm in my 40s, and I did a lot of ARPGing. So, I'm not a professional ARPGer. I got to do some other shit.
Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at.
They should have released it in my 30s at the height of... I know it takes time to develop video games, but for me, they should have released it when I was super into it.
They keep telling us everything's 10 years now, right? Isn't that the new deal? It's the new...
it's 5 to 10 years. Yeah. But it's got to be untenable. It can't just be, it just takes 5 to 10 years to make a game. You got to start getting mad about, we need to find ways to make games quicker. And I think the developers of Stellar Blade Shift Up figured out how. Because their game is chock full of Gen AI. So,
it is, isn't it?
Brace yourself for the 2030s, friends. If you're anti-AI, you're going to be unhappy, I think.
Well, we got I can't find it now. I wanted to find it, but we basically got a text from somebody. It was kind of long, so I didn't pull it. I think it got archived. But anyway, it was about this whole thing where they were like, how can you guys complain about Gen AI so much when... you also complain about the time cycle it takes for AAA games to be made, when that could significantly cut down on the time it takes to make the latter, and basically pointing out that maybe we have a dichotomy there. We want the one thing.
Well, no, there's a very good explanation for it, and I think forgive people for not paying that much attention to our week to week evolution on this topic. But it's the world's worst marketing campaign. These salesmen are out there going 20 to 30% mass extinction event, and everyone's like, "Why are you building that? What the fuck's wrong with you?" And then they're and then all this IP theft and no moral compass. They're out there talking like they have a moral compass, but then no one's just saying the truth, which is well, it's just going to out there and it's going to be out there and we have to help make rules about it. Like they say all the right things and they don't do anything. So, there's a lot of bad thought behind it. But I've had another prevailing thought recently as I've been trying to learn, not from these talking heads, but from people that are trying to make their own LLMs, because as the technology gets out there, it's pretty basic stuff. Like it's not...
It really is.
The fundamentals aren't that complicated. And here's the other thought is, if you're interested in computers and you use computers, at one point, the original vision, at least, I can't remember, there's a woman and a man. I was watching the history of just like computing a while back. They were trying to emulate the human brain, in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Like, we're here because of computation, like trying to emulate neuronal.
We've
paradigm.
iterated it to a point where it's starting to feel like we achieved it.
So there's something a little silly in my mind about being like, oh, we actually got a step closer to what they were trying to do before. Yeah. Like we landed in this stopping point where we got these maximum convenience devices, and we're like, let's just stop it there. But like the original plan was this stuff, and I don't know if it's the best version of it. I'm not equipped to tell, but like I've been using it here and there for non-creative things, for like personal life things. Mm-hmm. It's not the best, but it remembers things and provides context. It's like LLMs; they're quite interesting. I've just been trying to use it like I'm a citizen of the jet. I'm one of the Jetsons instead of I'm not trying to make a Hollywood blockbuster or anything like that. I'm trying to like incorporate it like these this is like a software step forward, and I can kind of imagine that there can be a new hardware paradigm. Right now they're like taking up our GPUs, but just looking at the way that it's coded, I bet you there's new architecture that could come along and complement.
Oh, there always will, right?
If this use case becomes like the endemic, and like I know they're polluting everything. Like there's a lot of bad stories, but uranium mines pollute things, and we have a lot of sources of pollution. I'm not saying what's one more added on. Like we have climate change to deal with, but we can't just focus on AI for the climate change conversation. We have to focus on all of our dirty industries. And I'm here for that conversation. I sort of agree. But AI itself, I don't know. I've been like trying to be fair to it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I think it's a weird stance. Like it's what we're doing generally as people more than anything right now, and it's frustrating. Because for some reason we have decided that everything has to be extreme A or B, and that there can be no middle ground. In fact, one of the worst things you can be called this day and age is a fence sitter. And that seems absolutely batshit backwards and insane to me. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know what? We can want games faster, and we can say, hey, AI has problems. You can absolutely believe both those things. You are not signing up for a side when you say, hey, I would like to find a way to embrace this technology in an ethical way that isn't going to destroy the world in one of myriad ways. Yeah. Also, we should try and find a way for video game development to go a little quicker. And I think that those are not mutually exclusive stances. And I think it's weird to try and force that onto people where it's like, well, you can't feel that way, because no, there's plenty of ways you can do many of these things. I am not going to sit here and try and tout a platform of anti-AI. I use it all the time. It is extremely useful for things, certain tools, like if you find a recipe and you're like, I want to make this, but for some reason they only came up with the recipe for 14 people, and it's really easy to go into AI and go, here's the recipe. I don't want to make it for 14 people. I want to make it for 3. What can you do the conversion for me and give me what I should do for a smaller scale step on that? And it's pretty good at doing that. There are great ways to use it, but like any tool, especially when it's new, there are good ways to use it. There are bad ways to use it. And I kind of regret not asking this when we had a live audience, because I feel like it illustrates the point pretty well, which is like, you ask yourself, how many people out there have worked for a company where you felt taken advantage of by someone with a higher position than you within the company? And I guarantee you almost everybody would say they have felt that way one time or another somewhere along their professional career.
Yeah.
That at some point someone took advantage of them. And I think if you took those people and said, okay, how many within the realm of that think that if you had the means, you had the ability, and it wouldn't turn into a whole thing and you weren't staking your career on it, how many of you think you were taken advantage of possibly in a way that might be considered illegal or at the very least unethical?
Yeah.
I still think a lot of people would have their hands up.
Yeah.
And these are for human beings with rights protected under laws. It still happens.
Yeah.
So we're going to ask those exact same people that a lot of people will say, yeah, they do this, to be totally cool and ethical about something that has none of those laws, requirements, or restrictions on it. It's not going to happen.
Nope.
They can't even do it with human beings. Why are they going to do it with an artificial intelligence? It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I think that seeking ways to protect ourselves from that is reasonable, because if the only thing that's protecting them from doing it to human beings is laws.
Yeah, that's true.
So shouldn't the logical conclusion we all draw go, well, maybe we should do that to protect ourselves in this instance too?
Yeah.
It's just kind of silly. But I do see where someone would ask the question, right? Like, you guys want development faster, but you don't want to embrace the tools. I actually think there's a place for the tools. But again, it all kind of hinges on that. Can they do it ethically? And I'm a firm believer that right now, no, they cannot.
All right. Well, look, see, what we did is took a throwaway comment from Bo, and then we took it to somewhere super informational and serious.
Oh yeah, we should get to our topics.
And here's the good thing: we've flushed all the AI talk out of us early. We're done with it. I think.
I don't know, but I think probably.
So for all those guys that are like, "Oh, enough AI talk" or whatever, don't worry.
You brought basically we did mailbag. Someone texted you, you're like, I can't include this in the show, and you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
let's include it.
There you go. That's what we do.
Like it's evolving. Like, I expect this conversation to still be on people's minds.
Yeah,
for at least another year.
We've got
we're not done.
2 to 8 years minimum of this.
Yeah. Oh, easy. Right?
I mean,
Easy
it just depends how uncontroversial it becomes. You know, we don't really talk about cell phones, but I remember being cranky about what are we gonna have phones?
You remember?
I remember we're gonna be on. We're gonna be tracked all the time, and we're gonna have people it's when I go out of the house, I don't want to be found. Now it's like find a person without a smartphone. You know what I mean?
You mentioned App Slappy earlier. I remember big conversations on that. Are the phones listening to us?
Yeah, we talked about that all the time, and it was early enough where those questions were still unanswered, I suppose.
And
they
are.
still
And we're
feel unanswered, but everybody goes, yeah, they are.
They just sort of accept it now.
Yeah. We just sort of we just kind of live with things as they are, and we move on. And that's kind of this. I mean, that's what makes people worried about climate change. It's like, it's cool if we're just like, all right, I guess things are fine, but Anyways, let's not get too depressing. Climate change is a tough subject.
Oh no, half my state's on fire, so we're thinking about that right now.
Yeah. Also, I played Stellar Blade, so
I just put it in my cart.
It's relevant to the whole ordeal because that's a big part of it.
I just put it in my cart because it's in the Steam sale, and I had said to myself, if Stellar Blade goes on sale, I think I'm going to get it. So now it's in my cart.
Did it go on sale?
Yeah, $40.
That's
pretty good.
Bad.
It's normally $59. 40's pretty good cut.
For Stellar Blade, 40. 40's great. I paid the full 80, 90 Canadian or whatever. You're good.
Yeah,
good.
I feel all right about it. I've been looking for an excuse. I no longer have one. We'll talk about the Steam sale here in a minute. But before we do any of that, guys, July is right around the corner. We know what that means.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Time to talk about the games of July. Yeah, that's right. Whole bunch of stuff coming out. As per
More
usual.
Lost Island Exotica.
Gosh dang it, it's doing it again.
What is this? What is Lost Island Exotica?
This monitor, I have a display issue.
You have a monitor dedicated to Lost Island Exotica.
No, you didn't answer the question. What is Lost Island Exotica?
I didn't know I needed a third monitor till this minute.
It's some kind of.
I could dedicate.
It's some kind of royalty-free tiki music. Is all it is.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was playing when the show started. There's nothing untoward about it.
I thought it was maybe a nice, interesting visual novel you were.
No, but it keeps coming up and it's annoying. But we're good now. All right, hey,
I
look,
liked that music. I might look up some Lost Island.
go for it. It's like a nice little
that music as we were
tiki vibe. You know, there's I don't know, weird island shit going on. It's that kind of thing. It's pretty good.
exotically.
Exactly. Exotically. All right, let's talk about July games. The big one, I think, the biggest. I'll just go ahead and say it. The biggest one on here, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. I will be getting that day one. I am very excited. That comes out on the 9th. Does anyone share my excitement for this Black Flag remake besides just me?
Sorta?
Yeah.
I mean, I loved Black Flag. I think it's my second favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Hold on. Odyssey's first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair point, because Odyssey's damn good.
We can still be friends. That's cool.
Odyssey is also as close as they got back to the good ship combat, too. It's worth mentioning. Yeah,
it is. And I think that was the biggest surprise. I was like, man, this is so back in the day. This looks like barely a ship I'm in, but it plays like Black Flag, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
I really like it, and I really like a lot of the things they're saying about it. The only thing that's keeping me a little reticent is it is like... It hasn't been that long. It was the first game I played on PS4.
2013, I think, and you could get it.
It's been a while.
You could get it on PS3 and 360 at the time, and then it was they did an up-resed version for PS4, and I think it might have been my first. Well, besides Resogun, I think it was my first PS4 game.
I had it and Dragon Age Inquisition. I think those were my two.
So that's been 12 years. Not that long.
It's not that long. And so there is a part of me that's like, but I played it recently. You know, like I don't know. It's the one thing that's holding me back is there's a ton of games coming out, not next month, but also we'll get to it, the Steam sales going on.
Yeah.
You buy a lot of games.
Sale.
Yeah. Summer sale, baby.
I think that's the only thing holding me back, but it does look very good. I am intrigued. When they talked about it, it sounded like they said a lot of the right things about like, hey, we know you might not like missions where you have to follow kind of closely behind someone as they talk to someone else. So we're fixing those. And I like that because those did stand out as like, boy, this is a real shitty part of this game.
Yeah, those weren't great. Nobody
Especially because they knew what they were doing is they'd be like, let's walk 3 steps, stop. Mm-hmm. Let's talk by the bushes. Now let's run over here. And we'll talk a little bit more, and it's like, this isn't fun gameplay. This is the new version of escort missions. This is terrible.
Yeah, we'd had our fill of those in World of Warcraft, I feel like. I didn't like those at all. Plus, you'd desync if they saw you. So it wasn't a fail mission where you could like fight it out or whatever, like most of these would do today. That sucks. So they're getting rid of that. I mean, I don't know. If this thing ends up coming out and they just say, yeah, it's real pretty, but they didn't do anything else fundamental to make it, I don't know, better or more modern or at least match up with some of the stuff they've been doing. I don't know. Like, I'm not expecting full RPG systems or any of that. I don't expect, them to revamp it to be more like Origins or Odyssey, but I wouldn't mind to control like you bought it, like it came out this year and those sorts of things. So I guess it's a day one for me if the reviews aren't ridiculously bad.
If the reviews are bad, then it's an easy skip. But, I mean, I do already have Black Flag. There was a part of me that was like, well, wait a minute. Do I have this on PC? Could I play this again if I wanted to? I can. And I think a lot of people have that option. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's cool. I love Black Flag. I love riding around on the sea and them singing sea shanties and all that. Like, that stuff's cool. Yeah. It's just... there's a lot of video games.
There's a lot of video games.
The only thing holding it back for me is just a lot of video games.
Yeah, and if I'm about to get Stellar Blade on sale, why wouldn't I play that? You know what I mean?
You should just play it. Stellar Blade is going to take up... If it connects with you like us, you have plenty to do.
Yeah, sure seems like it. Anyway, so that's a game. That's coming out. Halo Campaign Evolved is probably also on a lot of minds. I feel like that's going to be pretty neat. I don't know that I'm day one on that or... I mean, I guess that's coming on Game Pass day one. I have Game Pass PC. I'll probably do that, but...
I don't have it anymore. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait till I have a nice little bucket of Game Pass games and then resubscribe and just blast through them. this is one of those games where it's kind of been all over the place in terms of my interest level, and even thinking about it on principle, like, hey, you want to play Halo 1 again, but with some differences? It's like, I mean, that Master Chief Collection, I just played it like a couple weeks ago. It was on my played, and it was great. And the funny thing is, the ironic part about it is I started playing it with their new shiny graphics, and I went, yeah, I'm going to turn it back to the original. And I played through with the original graphics. So it's not even a case of I want it to look prettier, because I had the option and I chose not to.
Yeah.
It's just, I very much liked that thing. But I have to admit, when I saw the trailer for this on that last Xbox thing, it made me realize that there's a Halo-shaped hole in my heart, I think, that I'm looking to fill. I think I forgot how much I like good old classic Halo experiences, and I'm like, man, I just kind of want to get in there and do some Halo again.
Yeah, there's something about this that's very tempting. I don't know what it is. It is graphically, though, it is a huge jump up even above the remaster. Like, it looks like a brand new game. It looks better than Infinite did visually. I don't think that's...
Well, it's a new engine, right?
Yeah,
like,
it is a new engine.
There's definite changes. They're putting in some lost content that wasn't in the original game, including dusting off voice lines from before that had been recorded but not used. There's new elements to the campaign. I think they're having a whole section that's before Halo even started to play. A lot of things like the sword wasn't in Halo 1, at least as a weapon you could use. It existed for the elites to use, but you couldn't use it. And you have sprint, so that's been added to the game. So they're making changes across the board. Whether people are excited about them or not, that's up to them. I've seen a couple things of people that are like, here's why it's going to be awful. And like, I understand that there are going to be some Halo heads out there that are like, nope, not for me. But as somebody
heads.
that just kind of wants to get in there and,
Sorry, just
kill some
sounded
elites,
weird.
throw some grenades.
Well,
I think
okay.
it might be fun.
Obviously, this thing is one big difference is there's zero multiplayer. Although the first game even had multiplayer other than co-op.
Yes, it did.
So you could shoot each other. Oh,
It
yeah,
had
of course.
Co-op and Blood Gulch, baby. They built an
That's right.
entire machinima show. An
That Blood
entire
Gulch.
studio was built on the back of multiplayer for Halo.
Yeah, Red v Blue. And then, okay, so that's right. It didn't have online, though. It didn't support, you couldn't do it through Game Pass, or not Game Pass, whatever it's called.
Xbox Live
Live.
didn't even exist.
Right.
It didn't exist at all.
That came later with 2, and this has none of that. I don't know if it even has the local multiplayer outside
No,
of co-op.
it has none. That's why they changed it to Campaign Evolved. There's no multiplayer.
Okay. It's fine with me because I don't care about that, but I wonder if there are like diehards that are like, F you. If I can't shoot you in Blood Gulch, what game is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Possible. I don't know. Bo, you interested at all in the Halo franchise at this point?
Not really.
Yeah.
It looked fine.
Yeah.
Like it looked good. This is like I'll pick it up on sale kind of game. Like I'm not,
Yeah, I'm in no rush either.
I've played it. I think on PC. I think I've played it on Xbox. And while it looks great, I can't say that. I just can't say I'm a fan of the Halo franchise. It's very not bloody.
Yeah.
It's very, and it's fine. That's fine. It's just aesthetically, it's never really done it for me. So I've never.
How does that translate in a game like Overwatch, which you have enjoyed in the past, and there's zero blood in that thing? Does that ever bug you?
Yeah. But Overwatch has like peak like character design. Like everything's so cool in Overwatch.
Oh, it's
like,
interesting. Okay.
Halo's like, here's green armor. Like the Master Chief is like the most. I mean, it's fine because he's kind of supposed to be an everyman, but there's just nothing appealing about it. You know what I mean? Like it's just an aesthetic thing. I don't have a big critique or anything. I just it never really hooked me as that interesting.
It's weird to
The
think
only-
in the same 15-day or so period of time or 30-day period of time, we will be getting a brand new, fresh look at that campaign. And at the same time, all but just a couple of Destiny employees were fired. Bungie laid off a big chunk of Marathon devs. Like they're going through a major flush right now, and it just makes me sad because they don't have anything to do with this anymore. Halo doesn't belong to them, but just bums me out.
I mean, yeah, I think probably, I don't know. It smells of like, there's like failure and then there's success, which is also failure. So it's hard to know. It's whatever Sony, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, you look at like Hello Games and it's like, if Sony owned them, like, that they'd be shot into outer space, you know what I mean? Like, for their business crimes. Just selling one game and not selling any more DLC or
what's the charge? You're in trouble for business crimes.
Yeah. So I'm just like, you know, in a world where like Hello Games is like, oh, we love our game and this is just what we're working on. We got a little side project. Destiny's not much different. It's like, oh, we got this Destiny thing and we're working on this marathon other game. Yeah. And Sony's like, off with their heads, like just, you know, like destroy it now. Do they overspend for the money they're generating? Maybe. I who knows? You know, that might be a sensible, obvious choice if we were on the inside.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's just that's the world we live in, where it's like Hello Games is like a small team makes a game, people love it, and then Destiny's like, you know, Sony's like doing, you know, that's not working. So I don't know.
Sony's doing something interesting. We usually don't. We try not to talk too much about layoffs because they just keep happening. And what else are we going to say about it other than we hate it and blah blah blah? But is it a little interesting that I don't know if there's a marketing department problem when Microsoft announces layoffs within their studios lately. It's Microsoft laying people off. When Sony's things they own have layoffs, it's Bungie's layoffs, not Sony's, even though Sony owns Bungie.
Well, you're subject to scapegoating. I mean, corporations are like micro monarchies, and when things don't go well, and they have to go well every quarter, so it's like also compressed time. Someone's got a price of blood has to be paid. And the gaming is so like swingy. It's so easy to point a finger at that stuff and be like, they're losing money and, you know, taking too long. Like there's just, I feel like it's just such an easy scapegoat when you're in a giant. They're not gonna fire people in TV division. You know, it's just raw numbers. Like, but it's like they're just making this game, no new games, no exciting trailer. Like, you know, you got so many people outside the gaming space now involved in your existence.
Yeah,
it's so easy to point the finger and be like, well, this thing sucks. Let's can it. You know what I mean? Like they don't. Yeah. You know.
That's good stuff.
Any sense?
No, it makes perfect sense.
I feel like that it's just like scapegoating. It's like great. They bought all these companies. It's going to be so good, and I'm like, just wait till you're on the chopping block.
Yeah.
It's not even going to matter if you're successful. I at least used to think it would matter if you were successful, right? Like Blizzard and Activision Blizzard King, like they're always making money. No way Microsoft's going to mess with it. They're just going to be like, there's a disturbing lack of AI in your company, so we're cutting your World of Warcraft money or something like that. You know,
there's a disturbing lack of AI at your company. Feels like a thing that's happening a lot of right now. Yeah. And then what happens is there's a disturbing lack of regular people here. What do we do? And then there's a scramble to try to fix it, but not drop prices. And then still make money. Yeah. It's all going great.
The problem is like gaming communities are communities, and I don't think big corporations are used to like really dealing with the community like in the way that it's actually meant to be, right? Like they'll obviously use that as a term in their marketing and whatever bullshit. But like a community is like people that know each other and like care about their reputations within that community, you know, and corporations don't give a shit about that stuff. So like I think that's the disconnect where it's like these are fun tents that we come to convene to enjoy these games, and they don't treat they talk about them like IPs to be juiced and milked, and you know, they're never at the table. Like when they're going to cut, they're like, Destiny has a community. How's the community of gamers going to be impacted by these layoffs? Like that doesn't happen. They'll be like, they'll be fine. They can play some other shit. You know, like what? Like it's, you know, they have no value for any of that business, and that's why we get mad. And that's why the corporations are like, why do people like Valve? Why do people like Hello Games? Why do people like Blizzard? You know, how is this possible? You know, it's like, well, because they give a shit. They're like the rare examples that actually give a shit about the impact of the people. They've invited to spend the time, the limited time they have in their life within their worlds or with their service. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
We're on the other side of it.
It's a bit of an old man lecture. Sorry,
I liked it. No, it's good. We're bringing you the paper later and your pipe. And I couldn't think of any other dad.
I've never seen paper.
You never seen paper? Oh, look at it. There's a chance to hold out the Kim Coates. We always take that chance. Let's see. Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Hey, y'all. Have you ever thought you should fight in the Avatar world? And I don't mean the Jim Cameron one. I mean the other one.
Jim, your good buddy.
me and my pal Jim Cameron.
Jim Cameron.
Here
Jim
it is.
says to me the other day, "You're not gonna believe how blue these people are."
They're so blue. I think we should change it up. Make a purple one. No, don't do it. Keep them blue. This is like a head-to-head anime-looking fighting game in the Avatar universe, Last Airbender stuff. I think this could be okay. The fans seem excited.
It looks like a fighting game, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. I think the hand-drawn nature of it is selling me. I like how that looks.
I mean, it looks like the show.
Yeah, and they got something new coming out soon, so why not?
Well,
milk that teat with both hands. I'm saying.
While we're on the subject of new games, sorry if I'm interrupting this. If anyone has anything to say about,
not really. It's
Avatar.
just one of the larger ones, but
yeah. So I was flipping through the list. I realized, oh, thank God, nothing big's coming out that I'm interested in right now. But there is one game that I bought the first one and never played it, but was interested, and I'm looking at the second that's coming out. I think on that list, that link you have there.
Is it Outward?
It's called Outward 2. Yeah, it's like a co-op, soulsy but survivally hard game, but looks like it's RPG-ish. And I just never booted it up, and I'm just like. And it's like kind of got middling reviews. So I'm like, maybe the second one will be the baller version of whatever they're trying to do here. And so I may get curious about that one.
I got a beta code for this. I have not even installed it, but I should check it out and see what the deal is.
It's like looks a two-player game too, so it's perfect. Like for you and Alex, Sean. Maybe he can't play it, but like. It's a two-player deal, right? Or like you and Carter, if you got
we could play this.
If you've got a gaming child or a gaming partner or whatever, it's the two-player co-op, I think.
Two-player online or local.
Split screen.
Let's see. Split screen co-op. Interesting. I didn't know that part about it. The first one was well regarded. People really liked the first Outward. I didn't play it. I didn't know. I don't know. I still don't know, but. Maybe 2 will be the bee's knees.
Yeah. So like that of anything on the list, that's the one I'm like, I'm gonna put that on my wish list and not buy it right away.
The characters all walk like they have to pee or poo. That's the only thing.
It doesn't have
holding it in.
Yeah, just kind of a vibe. But look at these cool creature designs.
I mean, that's the reason because spoilers. I'm the one who kind of types here's the games that stood out to me, and then I write and more in case you and Bo are interested in anything.
Yeah.
And everywhere I looked, like this was the game that seemed like the headline game for like the article, right? Like, so it seemed like a big deal. And I thought, well, what is this game? So I went and looked at it and I went, this looks like the kind of game that I would buy back in the day because it had a cool box art and I'd play for 5 minutes and go, no.
Yeah.
And then I'd be done with it. This is purely from a visual judgment. I'd never played Outward 1. I didn't even know there was one. So this is not a review. This is not anything. But I looked at it and went, this looks completely unimpressive and uninteresting to me. So that is why it didn't make the list. But if one of you guys play it and like it, that would be cool to hear.
Their first game.
I have the first one, but I never even booted it up.
Looks like I don't have it. I thought I did. I don't. But it was widely regarded as pretty good, although the recent reviews have been bombed a little bit. I don't know what's going on there.
I think it's like there's a difference between hard and janky, and I think it's got a foot in both puddles, if that makes sense. And so that's why I'm like, oh, I never actually got around to it. There's always something else more interesting. I'm like, maybe I'll try it too.
You can find out for $4.79 right now.
Cheap.
Oh my gosh.
Man, there's a few of these. That studio has also got Kingdom Come 2 at 23, 60% off. Dead Island 2 at $4. That's 90% off. Metroid Exodus $4. $5.
Damn.
The 2023 2033 Redux is only 99 cents. Dawn of War 4 isn't even out yet, and that's on sale. This sale's looking pretty good so far. I'm sure my
there's some
backlog will thank me.
deep discounts on stuff, and we all need to get more games. We need to stockpile because we may not be able to afford this hobby for much longer.
Got to make our hardware last, man.
Yeah, we got to get through this phase, and that might take a couple years. So stock up now and ride out the AI wave. I'll get back to gaming when it calms down.
Yeah, hopefully that's sooner than later, but it ain't in the next foreseeable. What else? Oh, Ratatan. We talked about this.
I put this on here for Bo because I know he had talked about it.
Yeah. What? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. This is the one that was. Let's see.
It's like Patapon, but it's Ratatan.
And it's the.
I own it. I just haven't booted it up yet. Thanks for.
Oh, you actually have this? Yeah. Check it. Tell us what it's like, because I was a big Patapon guy. I liked that.
I mean, I thought it looked really trolly, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, but I just never booted it up.
This is from the same team, or some of the people that did that original PSP game. So
the thing about me in games is like, when you go to the grocery store and you're hungry and you buy everything, and then you're like, I didn't need to buy 80% of this. I was just hungry.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel about games. I'm like, that looks cool. I want that. I want that. I want that. And then I don't touch like 80% of the things I'm interested in.
Never shop.
Marketing perspective.
I never can grocery shop hungry, or else we're in trouble. I can't do it. I have to go after lunch or something like that, and then I'll be very reasonable in what I get. But 3 bags of chips for no reason. What am I doing?
Well,
like, look.
What if you don't like this bag?
Good point. Although sometimes with the same bag. It's cool. It's big.
Oh, okay, that's a different problem. My problem is I want to try everything.
Yeah.
And so I go there and it's like, new flavor. And I'm like, well, I want to try the new flavor. That sounds interesting. And then I go, but what if I don't like it? I better have something I know I like in case I don't like this. So I end up with 2 of everything.
That feels reasonable. You're thinking there. I don't think I follow you.
Not good for the finances, though.
No, it's not. Yep.
So it's always a little bit of a, like, I do the same. The biggest issue is I do it with fast food ordering, especially for places like Taco Bell where they're like, hey, we got a new menu. Try the new Fajita Cantina menu. And you're like, well, I got to try it. But do I want to spend this kind of money and potentially hate everything I eat? So I got to get the new stuff, but I also better get the same old stuff in case I don't like it.
Yeah, this is smart thinking. This is how I try to do it too.
This is why I need to work out more.
And it's also this thing about Taco Bell in particular, where this isn't anything new. Most everybody knows this, but you look at that menu, and if you just they say things like, "Oh, here's the new Fajita Cantina menu." I like that name. It's a great fake name.
I think it's pretty close to what
is it. There might actually be a thing.
Hold
okay,
on. I'm gonna look.
But whatever that is, you look at it and you go, "Oh, I see. It's the same 7 ingredients, just rearranged again. It's the same." So really, you're pretty safe. You can try the new Gorgonzola Mondo Bajado and then find out later it's just it's a gordita slightly altered. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not introducing like wildly new products at Taco Bell, I'm afraid. So you're probably safe. But.
Well, they don't call it a menu, but they are doing fajita stuff.
All right. Fajita-focused menu ideas.
Yeah, they're fajita forward company.
Well, we turn to Bo for a comment. He is pooping from all the fajita talk.
We now turn to Bo. What are your thoughts on Taco Bell?
Hey, Bo, thoughts?
Pooping? Appropriate.
I think he's probably got his headset on, which is even funnier because he can hear us.
Did you put on this list Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, or was that a Bo edition?
I put that in, and the reason I added it is because this is not a new game, but that Endless Ragnarok is a big DLC coming to that game, and it sounds really cool. And I own this on PlayStation, but I don't want to play it there. So I'm seriously, it's also on sale right now. I really liked my time with that game. That game is cool. Really fun action JRPG kind of thing that I thought just like.
Oh, shoot. I have this game.
Oh, you own this game?
I've apparently never. Oh, you know what? I did play a little bit of it. I played enough of it to go, wow, it's really pretty. And then I think you got it. Yeah. And you were like, yeah, wow, it's something. And I never went back to it.
That happens on here sometimes. This happened with Sea of Stars for me, which I played this week. We'll get to that, but I'd get around to it. I do think, though, right now, it's your fault, you and Bo's fault, that I want to play the one that's on sale, Stellar Blade. It's your fault. It's not even new. It's old. You guys have played it recently again, but Bo,
you can gear up for the new one when it comes out in a couple years. Whatever.
Yeah, it might take me that long anyway. So it's fine. Hi, Bo, you're back. Welcome
Hi, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. It's all good. What else? Finally, around us. Oh yeah, we mentioned it. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Endless Ragnarok. The DLC looks interesting. Backyard Baseball. Now I pulled this one out because I am a ridiculous levels of fan over the GBA games, the backyard games that came out. They were sports games, and they looked like this. Although this is kind of 3D-ified, but the originals were like 2D, simple on the face of it, design and everything for baseball. There's a basketball one. It's all like, oh, you're playing this in the back alley with your friend's house in his club here. You're up there in his tree house, and it's all like kind of like that. But underneath the hood is like a really legit arcade baseball game, and they're making a new one that is all sort of made modern, but trying to keep the vibes of the original. This kind of 90s ass art style and everything. I am unreasonably excited about Backyard Baseball.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I grew up on the Ken Griffey Jr. video game, so this sort of stuff, it's exciting to me. Because it feels like all the sports games used to be cool, and then they all went sim, and I was like, well, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, keep them fun.
Why don't you make video games for me anymore, world?
Jerks. Anyway, great series. If you haven't already played it, there's a version of a port of the original already on Steam, but this one looks like an interesting new take. So we'll see how it goes. And that are your games of July. Not quite as flashy as most months, but
there might be more, but that's what interests us.
Yeah,
at least
there are probably a few others on here, like this one called. Where is it? It is called Den Shat Attack.
That's what Bo was doing a second ago.
Shat Attack. Sorry, Attack. Right?
Dench Attack.
Okay, Dench Attack. I don't know what this is yet, but it's given me what's the Sega series?
That's when Dame Judi Dench gets sneezes. It's got I had a Dench Attack.
Judi Dench Attack. I don't know what to make of this game, except I just like the art style. So whatever it is.
They're also doing 2 Coldcept games being released this month.
Coldcept.
Coldcept.
What is Coldcept?
It's like a card tactics game.
Oh, all right. Wait, this isn't the one where it's all like in caves with like cool greenery and stuff. It's not that one, is it? It can't be that. Because there's something coming out soon that's like what I just described, and it looks incredible, and they've been working on it forever. That's a Devolver
game in
So-
caves.
Yeah.
It looks like they're doing a re-release of like the original. I guess this was a Saturn game.
Okay. Coldcepts?
Coldcept. Culdcept.
It's a really weird name. Series
And
of turn-based
so
strategy video games developed by Only Soft. Revolves around virtual board game. Blah, blah, blah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm in.
It looks like, I like cards and I like tactics, but it also looks like they're doing a new one.
Okay.
I have no idea if it's going to be any good, but you had my attention with cards and tactics.
You do like those two things, and when they're together, boy, howdy.
Oh, you're okay. Sorry to Coldcept. Sorry to let me know. I looked up that game you were talking about, and I'm like, oh my god.
What, the weird one? The
Shroom and Gloom is what it's called.
Oh yeah, Shroom and Gloom. That's the one. I'm so excited for Shroom and Gloom. Look at that game.
Wish listed it. Oh my god.
I know. I think there's no. They didn't make the demo, or did they? Hold on.
There's a demo.
Was it Gloom and Doom? No.
Shroom and Gloom.
Shroom and Gloom.
Yeah.
And Gloom. I want to see.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but LSD, I guess.
Yeah, look at this business, man.
Oh, the art in that is cool.
Yeah, look at this. It's all like this
I'm
weird,
wish list that too. That's
weird
good.
2D shit going on. Looks like it's. I mean, look at the feeling of that. Whatever that is, the parallax effect. It's like paper layers or something. Anyway, I think it seems
weapons.
I think it seems very cool. So I'm all in. Art style alone is kind of what sold me. But
yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. It's Gloom and Shrooms and Doom. Shroom and Gloom.
Coldcept.
Oh, Coldcept. Back to the one John was talking about. Coldcept 1 or First is coming out. they call it, and then you'll get your next one.
There's also a Concept Begins. I did a quick search.
Oh, is that where he goes up in the mountains and trains?
That's coming out.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's in it.
That's great. All right, cool. Yeah, here it is. The first. Oh, look at this lady. John, what does this do for you? Hold on. Look at her. Look at that.
Honestly, Concept kind of looks cool. I'm looking at Concept Begins. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of neat.
Yeah, they did a big art style shift. That lady seems fun.
Very colorful.
I like her hair.
You like her hair? Feels
Is it just
heavy.
horns? Is that hair? Or is
I think
that
it's
horns?
hair into horns.
Okay.
I think chiropractor bait is what that is. I don't know how it's going to go.
Your posture isn't very good. What are you doing at home?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a horn helmet.
Get better. All right, let's move on to some other news. We have the following things to talk about. Reviews and the costs and the specs and everything are in for the Steam machines. And it's kind of what you'd expect in terms of being a little more expensive than you'd hoped.
We called the price, I think.
Pretty close. I mean, I still thought base unit would be under, like US under 1,000. I thought we'd get there.
I think I overshot it. I think I shot for the moon. I was like, it's gonna be $2,000. I also thought it was gonna be more powerful than it is, but I think I was in the 2K range.
Yeah. Let me pull this
up. You were in the right range because, well, hang on. Well, all right. I'll let you guys talk first because the Canadian perspective on this is a little different.
All right. So here it is, the Steam machine. It comes in 4 flavors, 512 gigabyte, $1,049. I thought that would hit around $999 was my guess. And that was still high in my opinion. 512 with controller, $1,126 or 28. 2 terabyte model with no controller, $1,349, and the 2 terabyte with controller, add another $100 or so, a little less than that. It is specs wise not amazing. It is what they said, which is it's as powerful or more powerful than 6 Stream Decks or 12, whatever they said. It's something like that.
There have been some various YouTube creators that have done DIY comparisons to try and rebuild the Steam machine with like just a desktop. Mm-hmm. And the premium's about they said it was like $70 to $90.
More.
So what you're getting is like, the only thing I would say is that they didn't talk about is when you buy parts, sometimes you wait for deals to put those things together. Mm-hmm. So maybe your potential savings is higher, but like at retail prices, it's to build a similar thing, you're probably spending the same amount.
Yeah.
So.
I think they're cutting real light on the margins. I don't think they're going to be loss leaders because they've already said as much. They're like, we're not doing that. We're not going to subsidize the hardware, but they're also not making a big wad on these. And I'm not saying that means it'll drop if the RAM stuff chills and we get back to normal production. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe Valve will surprise everybody and go, and we're cutting them by $50 or $100 because that's what we are now saving on RAM. Or I don't know if they're going to do any of that. No. I'd like to hope that they would. I think it'd be folly to like count on that. But yeah, if you think this is expensive, like Bo said, it's about what you're going to do for a similar spec. The one saving grace in all of this is Valve also said, and we're going to make Steam OS installable for anyone by anyone. So you can make your own Steam machines as well. You can put them on your existing PCs. You can do all that stuff, which really does excite me from the angle of what's happening with Bazite and some of these other distros. I think it would be really cool if Steam OS was ready for prime time on any desktop. So that's good, right? And that's free. That's an open source deal.
No, that is good. Giving people the option to make their own is good because I think, when this was announced, when Steam Machines came out, I think we all kind of got together, and I think the general consensus between us was this is going to be a specialized product for a select group of people, and really the only thing in question is how narrow of a band is that select group of people going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think at any point we reasonably thought, especially once we started going through all the RAM shortages and all of that this was ever going to be a mass market hit that like everybody was going to buy and get in on, and this is the future of gaming. This is going to go head to head with the PlayStation 5 and all of that. I don't think we ever really thought that, but it was a case of, okay, we're talking about a subset of the gaming audience, and how narrow are we going to get that band? And so I feel like you look at the price, that's going to narrow it down by quite a lot because it is expensive. As somebody who thought it was going to be more expensive, I did have an initial reaction of, instead of a gasp, but it's still, that's a lot of money. Even as everybody else raises their prices, they're getting in the ballpark of it. Everybody's kind of now going to be dancing in the ballpark of it.
Xboxes are getting another one in the US this fall, right? I just saw that in the chat. $100.
Yeah, it's in our notes. We're going to talk about it.
Oh, it's in there. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
next.
Keep
next,
going.
we're going to talk about Xbox.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Up.
Literally right there.
So, I mean, everybody's raising their prices. Everything's getting more expensive. So you narrow your audience down with the cost, obviously, right away. I think that if you are in the Steam ecosystem, this starts to make a lot more sense. If you already have a big library that you can bring to it, and it's like, well, yeah, but I'm going to buy this box, and now I've got 100 games more, for Scott, me, a couple other people, like maybe an embarrassing amount of games you can bring to it.
Yep.
That's going to be one thing. But even then, you still have the ability to make your own, and you can make one that's more powerful. You can make one that's more tailored for what you want. So you also have to narrow out, like, willing and able to make your own Steam Deck, your own version of it.
Yeah.
And I think once you narrow that band down, that's a pretty narrow band of people that this is going to be for. And the funny thing is I still fall in that band to a degree. It's not in the budget right now, but like I have had moments, especially because my son is like going to town on the PlayStation right now. He loves it. Where I think, man, I don't have a lot of PlayStation games. I really wish I had something else hooked up right now.
Yeah.
And it would be really cool if the games that are on my PC could be over there on the other computer for him to play. And we would have access to that, like what if we could play Lego Batman over there? What if we could do this over there? And I could do other things when I had to, and have him still be in the room with me and have that. So in terms of like a use case, I get it. I'm not interested in building my own PC anymore. I've done it enough times already. I don't really feel like doing it again. Yeah. So I think that there is an audience out there for it, but I still think it's pretty small. But I think it was always going to be a question of who is it for, not a question of, is this going to be for everybody? I think kind of we all knew it wasn't going to be for everybody.
I was slightly more optimistic on it than that. My personal feeling was that this was a real chance to at least challenge the status quo of what people expect out of consoles or what consoles could be, and a chance for PC gaming to just do a new thing in a way that would be more up front and center. It wouldn't change the world, but it would be nice and disruptive. And I think this price stuff and having to wait and delaying the announcement, all the other issues around it, I think has just muted all of it and just kind of made it less exciting. So now it just feels like, well, we did the best we could. Here you go. And there'll be people that pick one up. If we get one for the show to talk about, we'd love to do that so we can do it. We don't know yet, but it's just not this thing that was going to be like $6.99 and challenge the console makers and still play PlayStation games on my TV, but it's not through Sony. Like all of those like sneaky little PC Master Race things we were gonna see. It just feels like it all got muted. So. Yeah. I don't know.
There's a world where somebody.
Bo, you're super quiet.
Here, go.
No, sorry.
It's all right. Talk again. Something changed. It's not you. I think it's us. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. There's a world where somebody with those ambitions, like I think of a company that's better positioned to make that transition into the market. Like that's something they could do if they had the ambition for it. To be like a Steam machine in every household. Lost leader. Like if someone had that ambition, they could do it.
Yeah.
That was sort of an open question when they had like all that sweet marketing. Like, they made it look very cool. And like you said, the value proposition is, I think a lot of people who own consoles have Steam and would be very happy to have their libraries on their TV, as John just pointed out. But not for these price points.
No, they're a little
And
high.
they don't have the ambition of being like, we want to be in every household. They're probably like, we're comfortable with the client base we have right now. We have lots to deal with, and it's, you know, whatever they're doing over there is how they want it. And so there's no change.
How do you think this? How do you think this colors the frame? We don't have a price for the frame yet, but like, do you think, as far as adoption and stuff goes, do you think it's like?
No, I mean, so there is a passionate but very niche community there, and I think that's probably going to fit Steam's. That's probably going to fit the product way more than how they're interpreting a console, right? Is they're going to announce the frame, and it's going to be like 50. It's probably going to be 1,500 to 2,000, just like the Index. Like, it's, if they're not planning on losing money, there's no way they're competing with Meta on price. You know, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. I bet 12.
One only hopes it's less expensive, because I know the Index had like room, like nodes you'd have to hang around, and now headsets these days just do it straight from the headset for like detection. So that might decrease manufacturing overhead to make those pieces and all that. So hopefully the price comes down.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what kind of gangster hardware they're working with on the device. My sense is frame might be more oriented to PC VR than as a standalone, even though it does have standalone capability. I saw that maybe the powerful components in there won't be, you know, they'll be more affordable than what they're putting in the Steam machine. So it's tough, but it's tough to say, because like VR software has to run at like 90 to 120 to keep from motion sickness and stuff. Like, there are more stringent standards in the headset, which usually comes at a cost for performance. So I just feel like it's definitely going to be for PC VR, like to plug in your PC or to stream it over your wireless network.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's such a big open question on price. Like, it's tough to say.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's cheaper.
Yeah.
that's because this is not a good sign. So we have to talk about the Canadian side of the Steam.
Oh yeah.
machine.
Can we? You guys had to really eat it on this.
Because I think there's some confusion in the core Discord where I looked at this and went like, to me this is a massive L, even as a hobbyist device. Like, you know, because we are talking about the CEO, or, you know, Gabe just bought a giant 70-room mansion. It was in the news recently.
With a tunnel down to the beach, an underground tunnel.
And, you know, he owns a luxury yacht company and lives on a yacht. Like, you know, my people love their Steam. They want to be defenders of Steam. Be like, well, they can't afford to lose money. And I'm like, guys, these guys make like Xbox and Sony quake in their pants, you know, shit their pants. You know, like it's only like fortune that Steam has not had the ambition to just snuff everything out when they, you know, could carpet bomb the world with their machines. And I think that's what people were kind of thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you can take a bath on this stuff. You'll be fine. Like, like why would I stick up and defend the profit margins of a company? Like, I like the company. They do some stupid stuff. They're not perfect. There's stuff I don't like about what they do. Mm-hmm. And I think the pricing's a big mistake. Let's talk about the Canadian prices, all right, and see how it hits you. Base model, no controller, terrible SSD storage, $1,500. Canada, also 16% tax. So you're looking at $1,750.44 for the base model. Want to get a top-end model with a controller and some storage? $2,364.08. So, you know, I said it's probably around $1,500. I'm pretty sure. And when I said it, I was just kind of doing that because I'm like, brace yourselves. But now that I actually see the price tag and feel it as a real possibility, it's a joke. Like, this makes me, I'm just like, yeah, no. Like, there's nobody this is for except a diehard Valve fan with disposable income. Like, this is a garbage product as far as a Canadian's concerned for these prices. Like, I'm literally going to buy like a 5090 or just save up for a Titan or buy a second PC. Like, what is the point of this thing for us? So,
so that two terabyte with a controller, 2,038 plus whatever tax you mentioned.
Or I can buy a Switch too. Yeah, I don't have the library, but I can just build a PC. Like, I know John's not into it, but I don't even have to build a PC. Like, Crofton and Breck got two PCs to get like each because they found a deal for $1,200. That's way better than this thing.
Who's Brick?
Nobody.
You said Crofton and Brick, and I'm like, I know
Yeah.
Crofton. I don't know who this.
I meant not Brick. I meant Pepperoni Pete.
Oh, got it. Sorry,
This is gonna
I shouldn't have
raise
called attention to it. I didn't know.
It's fine. Is it going to raise more questions than you're playing with the Borderlands 2 character? They both bought PCs and they got them on a deal. So Steam's never going to go on sale. I don't think. I don't know if this hardware ever goes on sale. Also bad on Steam, by the way. Because they short their supply. Maybe because they're not a hardware concern because they're half-assed it on the hardware side. Sorry, they're a big video game concern. If they really wanted to do consoles properly, they probably need to be more ambitious. So this is like a hobbyist. This is like buying a Lamborghini. Like, I like cars. I'm never going to afford probably a Lamborghini, but I might have a nice Honda. This is for someone. This is for someone that wants the name brand and all that stuff. With it's Linux and all.
Well, let's talk about some of the specs real quick. CPU, semi-custom AMD Zen 4 6C. It's a decent chip, but not top of the line. GPU, semi-custom AMD RND A3 28CUS. I don't know what that compares to in the big boy AMD line. I'd have to look that up. 16 gigabyte of DDR5 plus 8 gigabyte of GDDR6 VRAM. That's likely the biggest pocket price in the whole thing right there is the RAM. The 512 NVMe SSD with a micro SD slot, so you can add more stuff there if you want. That's probably a saving grace for some people. Wi-Fi, all that. Let's see. Integrated Steam controller wireless adapter, a smart form factor 6-inch cube, and Steam OS 3. Those are not specs where you're like, oh, this is a next gen. That's not happening.
No. It's a hobbyist. Current gen will be a toaster and unless gaming stays as flat as it is, probably be a toaster in 5-10 years.
Oh, I didn't think of that. What if that happens?
And let's think about the chilling effect on the market as well. So Steam has a cachet that the big gaming concerns will chase. And right now, with inflation, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, they're trying to keep their prices down, even though they're loss leaders, to maintain competitive edge in the market, because that kind of matters. So then you got this hobbyist thing selling lower specs at triple the price or double, triple, whatever the price, and them perceived to be selling out because there's constantly a wait list. And that's just showing people are willing to pay more. So I feel like, I don't know how the market analysis is going to go when they start doing their prices, but I feel like it's going to embolden the other manufacturers to also be like, oh, well, we got a $2,000. You guys like spending $2,000 on your hardware? We got $2,000 option on the Xbox. Next, go for Helix. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't
give it another 6 months, and all the other consoles might be at the same price.
Yeah, the current ones.
Yeah,
Right, we're going.
Yeah. Let's talk about this price increase with Microsoft. Just announced. Both both models, S and X's, are both getting about $100 increase. In the models, they're also phasing out, sunsetting their 2 terabyte model. So I guess nobody was buying the big capacity deal with the X.
Or they just can't sustain it.
Could be that. SSD prices are also heinous right now. That's another thing. Anyway, $100 more. And let's see, last October, they already increased 20 to 70 in the US. I think 70 was for the X, 20 for the other. They say, we hope that would not be necessary to do again. They've been working with suppliers. Unfortunately, console storage and memory prices have increased more than 2.5 times, and we expect other doubling by the fall of 2027. The entire consumer electronics industry is struggling to keep up with component crisis, blah, blah, blah. So that's why they're justifying it. So if you already have your Xbox, well done. If you were going to buy a new one,
stop waiting. Even though the prices are going up, I have a feeling there's still no sign that I know there's any day now the AI bubble will implode, but might not be any day. Could be 5 or 10 years, or could just not happen. And the part manufacturing seems very limited. We're not heading in a direction that I can tell that shows that we're headed to a dark ages on the compute side of things. So get some good stuff now that'll last you 5 or 10 years that you can ride out. I just don't see
Well, here's the good news. They have certified refurbished versions of the thing for $100 off. So you'll just break even and pay a used one or get a used one for the price of the old new one.
I mean, they are offering 0% APR financing options on it. I mean, like, these are all silly things to have to talk about with your console. I understand. It's goofy. It's goofy to say that sentences at least, but I mean, none of this is good. But this is probably the most honest, like, yeah, it sucks, we're doing it, PR thing I've read from Xbox in a while. Usually they're like, we're going to bring you the new benefit of giving us more money. You're going to love it. But I mean, the truth is, across the board, the best time to get a console was years ago. So we're just at a point where everybody's doing it. The Switch 2 has already been announced that the price is going up. That's going up.
PlayStation, same thing. They've announced it.
A month after this Xbox increase. The Xbox increase is in August. Mm-hmm. You know, everything's just going up. And if you want to get a console, like, the sooner the better is the time to do it, because it doesn't seem like it's going to drop down anytime soon. But again, I feel like if you can ride it out, because this is not what you should be paying for these things. Yeah. Nobody should be paying it. And it's fine to understand why they're doing it. I understand why they're doing it. I understand why they might feel they need to do it. But there's no reason that anybody should be paying these prices this many years after the launch of these devices. I mean, in theory, right now, we should be hearing about the next gen. Thank goodness we're not. But that's where we are in the life cycle of these devices. We're certainly not at, and now they're more expensive than they've ever been.
No, the pattern in every other cycle has been, let's just say we'll stay with PlayStation. By now in this cycle, we'd be talking about a slim edition of the PS5 that would, forget about the Pro for a minute, that would be half the cost of the current PS5, as capable as the current PS5. That's what they've always done. The PS3 Slim, the PS2 Slim, the PS1, they all did it. And this time it's the opposite. It's the same console, but more money. Yeah. You know? And I like you said, I understand the reasons they do it. The one thing that kind of annoyed me here is in their press release, they kind of threw other devices under the bus. They said, unlike phones, computers, speakers, and other consumer devices, consoles aren't typically sold at a profit, but instead for less than they cost to make. And they really selling that like they're eating it for us. They're not.
We've been your buddy for so long. I mean, you knew they had to put a spin somewhere in there, right? Like,
yep.
Your old pal Microsoft going to bat for you again.
Yep.
Yeah, well, because they were the model was to make money on the games, and was also to be like, at the time, I think, to get parents to buy it, because it was, you know, during that era when consoles were rising, it was more like a get the parents to buy for the kids thing, right? I didn't know a lot of parents that played games. Now it's like different. So,
yeah, everybody plays them. Yeah. Parents want them as much as the kids do. So, and it's a lot of them. There's a lot of those people will be buying the Steam Deck or the Steam Machine. I mean, that's where those are going to go.
Yeah, for the exact reason John said. It's just like, I got a big library. There's lots of games the young lad would, the kids would want to play, but I don't want them on my daily driver, let's say, for good obvious reasons. Where's all my files?
Yeah.
I deleted them. Okay, great. So, it's very sensitive. It's actually, that's why I'm mad at them. It's like, there's a lot of people who just appreciate having a Steam machine in their lives, and having a Steam machine means buying more shit.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm sorry, but I think they're like, oh, we can't afford to lose money. How will Gabe build yachts? It's just like, yeah, you know what? F off. Like, you take the loss, bitch. Like, sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not going to get sympathy out of Bo for any.
No, I'm not going. You're not going to get sympathy out of me to be like, oh, Steam, beautiful child, can do no wrong. Like, I mean, like, you messed. Like, this is to me, this is a big L. Like, this is a mess. Like,
well, they don't have
everyone.
I don't know how much control over they have over this loss, but yeah, I mean,
I don't know to what extent the loss is there. Like, they were in an interview saying, like, basically the way that the RAM cartel works is like, what are you ordering? And if you don't order, we're not going to call you next month. Like, so I sort of do appreciate that they're in a business that maybe is more cutthroat than they're used to, and there may be some element of that. So if I give sympathy to anything, it's that. But man, at the same time, that lack of sympathy extends down the chain. These people are smart and have been dealing with RAM for years. It's like, why are you offloading all your RAM production and SSD production to one place? Mm-hmm. Shouldn't you have been investing in this a long time ago? Somebody like is like, we're short on RAM. We're short on RAM. It's like, aren't you IT companies? Make a RAM thing. Like
make some RAM.
Somebody like make some RAM. Like
new Steam RAM.
Yeah, the new Steam RAM. I like that.
Well, you know what I mean. It's just like this is one of those things where it's like this is scapegoating. Everyone's pointing at everyone else, going, "The consumers, it's not our fault." It's like, seems like you guys are the experts in this, and it seems like there's a big deficit.
Yeah,
and it seems like somebody
it's everybody else's
something.
fault, but it's always our job to fix it.
Well, all right. If people look at it this way, if people get mad at Gabe, maybe he'll break down and reply to my email about the interview, and I'll finally get the interview because nobody big will want to talk to him anymore. You know what I mean?
So I know this is not the point of what we're talking about, but maybe considering even the next story has to do with costs and stuff, maybe now is a good time to ask this question. How do yachts work? Because, like, here's the thing, right? Like, they're big.
Yeah, huge.
So do you have to, like, have... Like, Gabe isn't driving the yacht.
Well, not his.
It takes a crew. It takes a crew, right?
Yeah, usually. It depends on the size of the yacht.
So if you own a yacht, you don't own a... Do you, like, rent a crew?
You probably hire a crew and you schedule like a private plane. Same thing.
I think he was living on the you can dock them and just live on them, right? Like
that's true. You also they can be smaller yachts.
Arrested Development, Job was like living on one, wasn't he?
Yeah, but you can get a smaller yacht.
Does he have a dedicated crew that is like Gabe's crew, or does he just like? Is there a place that rents out crews to Gabe when he wants to go out on the yacht?
I assume it's like a private plane if it's that level of yacht. I don't know that the one he's living on is bigger than that. But
John, I'm going to post a picture of what the Google showed me just so you can get a sense of the size of the yacht.
No, I understand it's big. That's where my question is though. Like, but I like if he decides on like a Monday, I'm going to go on the yacht. Does he know who the captain is? Does he know the people, or is it just random people that he gets?
Yeah.
Do they all live on the yacht all the time in case he gets to go?
Okay,
Can he on a whim wake up and go, I feel like yachting today?
I have an answer for you. Well, it's an answer from AI because none of us know the fucking answer. So, look, yes, Gabe Newell has a large full-time crew for his flagship yacht Leviathan, which accommodates 37 crew members and a captain. This man has 37 crew members and can't afford to make a RAM foundry. Piss off.
Well,
come on.
I mean, I don't know.
It's for his yacht. It's for his yacht.
Do they live on the yacht all the time?
He does. He lives on this yacht. It's my understanding.
Does he?
Yeah, my understanding is he has homes. Like he bought that big $70 million thing in Florida. Like it's not that he doesn't have homes, but the word is he prefers just being on the boat all the time.
Yeah. Newell's focus on crew comfort extends to the rest of his fleet. For instance, his newest mega research vessel under construction, the 162-meter RV 1100, is being built to sleep up to crew 130 members and scientists.
Jeez.
Which is cool. It's cool that he's doing that, by the way.
That is cool. Awesome. Do they live there all the time, or do they get time to come home at like shore leave?
I assume
this is like Newell's kind of
just all having sex on Gabe's boat. That's
Newell's
what they do.
kind of PC gaming Jesus, right? And so this is like if Jesus was like, actually, I'm just gonna get into baking bread, like, but we need you to help with the world. He's like, I did a lot of that stuff. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to make like artisanal bread now. He's just like, oh, okay.
Digital Hype says in the chat says, guys, he bought the yacht building company because he wasn't happy with the paint quality. That sounds like I'd need to look into that.
But even if it's true, like, okay, I know Gabe is like kind of a big example because obviously he's got a lot of money and this is like his thing. Your general yachty. Like, is there a company that lends out crew, or does the crew belong to the yacht? I just have a lot of questions.
Yeah,
okay?
there's some logistical stuff we need to answer.
I don't understand any of this.
What?
Scott, you're in for an interview.
What?
Don't email him and ask him about freaking games. Email and be like, actually, I was just I was a little nervous, so I asked about games. We really want to talk to you about your
boats.
Yachts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll be like, oh shit, what time? What time you do the show? Like, can you meet now? And I'll be like, oh shit, emergency meet. I'm telling you, I get John to write the email because he seems to have the genuine questions.
Are you saying nobody else cares about these questions? When I asked them, you didn't go, these are real questions.
I like them. I like these questions.
I do, but I wouldn't know what to ask. But you seem to have good questions.
I'm telling you guys, I 100% believe this. He either has a full-time crew that he pays that is just always doing the boat. They get off when he's not around and go see families and stuff or whatever, but they're just being paid to be his personal yacht captains, yacht techs, deck techs, all this stuff. What he could also be doing is like people who own planes, like private planes. They either sometimes hire a full-time captain and crew, or they do that on a contracted basis with whoever they work through. It's got to be either of those two things. There's no other it's one of those.
Yeah, like if he's Batman, does he have an Alfred that's on the yacht, like a yacht Alfred?
Yes, and he sounds and looks just like one of those scientists in Half-Life.
Yeah, I know, because like this new boat, he wants to like take it out. And
Gabe, you're late again, Gabe.
Yeah, like his life, that's a full life. Imagine running one of the online gaming's biggest gaming stores, and also being like, I'm going to crew a 130-man vessel and hang out in the ocean. Like, I mean, he says he works all day, but it must just be responding to emails. Like, what does he do? He's not like coding anything.
No. He's not making Half-Life.
He's busy with his yacht company. To me, he's just like, he's moved on with his interest, which is totally fine.
Yeah, that is what is happening.
But,
to an earlier chatter's point, we don't owe him anything. You're right. We don't owe him anything. I just wish that more billionaires,
but
they all hit this weird level where they're like, I know what I'm going to do next. And then they go this way.
He's built a community that like people gaming is like brings people around, and is he concerned? Does he care about the people in the community he built or not?
Did I tell you guys?
Somebody who has way too many Transformers, occasionally things hit you, like
sure. And it's relatively cheap for him. Like, this is an expensive hobby, this boat thing.
Yeah, if I could buy a yacht like I bought a cool Shockwave I found on Amazon, I might do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I bought 2 fans and almost cried.
I just will never, I will always have this memory. In 2014 or 15, one of those 2 BlizzCon years, may have been 13. Anyway, one of those, I was in the area where you go out and play on the main floor if you want or whatever, and you wait in lines. And I saw Gabe Newell parked at a Heroes of the Storm demo. It was the year they announced it.
Oh.
It says 14, right? 13? 13. And he was at a seat just going to town on it. And
he obviously likes Dota and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. But it's just seeing this guy who's, even then is a multi-billionaire, just hanging around the floor, didn't have any security with him. Just, playing Heroes of the Storm, taking ideas back to work on Dota 2 some more. I don't know what he was doing with it then, that information. But yeah, that's a memory I'll always keep and hold. And I should have asked him then for an interview. I missed my opportunity.
Maybe we can all get a job on his science yacht or something.
The official podcast of the Leviathan podcast?
Like, we do some science, except on Thursdays where we record core from the yacht.
I like
Actually, if there was any integration, how we always just, we'll never sell this to Bloomberg or something like that. Like, that kind of shit would never happen. But if there's any way to make a long-term partnership where we get hosted on the Steam site as an official Steam podcast, right next to the Steam frame, it's like Steam Core.
Yep.
I think I'd if you guys would be in, I'd be in for that.
Let's do it. They probably pay pretty well, and
then we do it from the yacht.
They're not going to let you get up and shit.
I do want to do it from the yacht.
Oh yeah,
not that I have high demands, but I would like to do it from the yacht at least once.
We could do yacht month, where it's just like, now we're broadcasting this month from the yacht, and
Okay, guys, we're gonna set a goal right here. It doesn't have to be Gabe's yacht, but at some point, Core needs to go live from a yacht, just like Scott and Randy recorded from a hot tub.
Yeah.
We need to up that and do a show from a yacht.
He also apparently has a massive knife collection. The chat just posted this link.
Oh yeah, that's well known.
I never even heard of this. It's crazy.
I didn't appreciate that jump scare. It looks like there's a spider on the top, but it's like a spider with knife legs or something.
Yeah, what is that about? Ooh, I don't like it.
Look, what's more threatening than a knife? A spider with knife legs. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's actually kind of rad. That's
It
cool.
looks kind of like adorable, but it was just like, ooh, what's going on there?
Man, you want to go to his house? It's knives out at his house. His boat now.
I guess that's what happens when you're rich. You're just like, do you want this? You're like,
And he's
sure.
been collecting knives forever, and now I'm a little sad because I've made a lot of jokes about Gabe pulling out knives. And
Yeah, and you
now
didn't
I
even
understand
know.
why maybe you didn't know.
I had no idea. This is news to me.
He collects them.
Anyway.
He has a huge collection of them.
Well, here's another
I
price
don't
we know.
feel sorry
go
for
ahead.
that company and their troubles with the Steam shop.
All right, you don't. I mean,
They
look,
could have done better. They could have done better.
they're going to sell like crazy, whether we
I
like
know.
it or not.
Like,
They are. They're
going to
going
fall on deaf ears. They're going to be like, yeah, everything was great, but like, I think they could have done better.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
digital hype. You're right. If we had our own yacht, it could be called the Lake Runner.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Oh shit!
I mean, it'd be in the ocean, presumably, not a lake.
You know,
but
they put like a lady on the side sometimes. It'll be me with my pants
Big
on.
Bo squatting on the bow.
Yep. Hey, somebody get. I know nobody photoshops anything anymore, and they just go straight to AI. But somebody work on a yacht with Bo's art on the side.
Just like hanging from the front
Yeah.
with his butt down at the
I think
water.
I have a sub, so I got.
Yeah, you could make images. You could burn some water. By the way, I won't get into it. I told everybody I wasn't going to talk about more AI stuff, but I learned something this week. I'll share it next week. We're moving on to this price. We have another price to deal with. Confirmation of Grand Theft Auto 6's price. In-game store exclusives. You get the $100 edition. They did announce later, or they announced at the time, that this did not include a physical disc, a code for download. They are going to be putting disc-based versions of the game in stores in the fall, though. That is happening. They came out and got all over that today because everybody was freaking out. If you buy the game,
really?
if you buy the game digitally, just the basic ass one, $79. It's about what?
79 American, right? So
Yeah.
like $120 my price,
Yeah,
probably.
and there are other games at that price now. This is already almost not. It's not fully
Yeah,
established,
but let's call it what it is. This is not your pay. This is the base version of the game. This is a game with less in it.
oh well. Let's get into that. Let's get in the weeds on that. What am I not getting on that version?
So they say 5 stores. It is unclear if that is 5 stores in total across the entire map of Grand Theft Auto, or if that is 5 brands of stores and there's a bunch of them, or it's just 5. But these stores will be closed to you unless you bought the $100 version.
So the Ride Out Customs Mod Shop, Sarah's Unisex Salon, Hair Salon, Stock 305 Clothing, Electric Fang Tattoo Shop, and finally One Eyed Willie's Mod Shop. You won't get any of these. You'll get whatever the game's got, but you won't get these stores, these unique stores, right? It's like skins, kind of, except
it is a in-game version of. You could see it as what you. I mean, a case can be made that this is what they've been doing anyway. Although it sounds like it's the ability to customize, not. It's not. Well, you don't get the cool Super Saiyan hair deluxe 2. I made something up and sounded dumb. You don't get this one unique skin because you didn't get the deluxe version. Instead, it's like you don't get to change your hair. Potentially. We don't know yet. We don't know yet because the game's not out. So
some of
it's
this says some of it hints that some missions are not in there, though.
Yeah, there's also custom missions, which there's a mission set that's locked behind it as well.
Okay.
I think it will not surprise anybody. I don't think this is good. Somebody who frequently falls on the side of, is this good for the consumer? I'm going to say no.
Not.
I don't think this is consumer friendly, and I don't like it. They're basically what they are trying to do is put out an $80 version of the game and charge you $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. That's what they're doing. And this is just for the single player. It sounds like there are additional plans for additional money and revenue and options for multiplayer down the line. So this is the single player cost of the game complete right now.
Right. And
is
until
what we're looking at.
until GTA Online is also now a full 6 feature.
Yeah.
I mean, of course they're going to do that. Duh.
So this is one of those things where, GTA has always kind of been a parody of our culture, where we're at with, as a society. and saying, oh, you didn't spend enough money to have access to these stores is definitely on brand. But it's a little like when somebody makes the joke, oh no, another boring tutorial level while you're in a boring tutorial level. Like, the fact that you acknowledge it doesn't necessarily make it better. But I think this sucks. The big question is this horse armor for Grand Theft Auto? Is this the first shot? Now GTA has done it and was a huge success, because look, no matter what I say about it, no matter how many times John says, honestly, any content creator out there, all content creators could band together and go, this is stupid. It would not impact the sales of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing will. I don't.
Mouthpieces can certainly hurt games, but this is too big of a juggernaut. There's a reason game companies are changing release dates around this video game. So don't worry that I am unhappy about it. Your game will be fine.
Yeah, don't come after John for this.
Our audience isn't nearly big enough to impact the Grand Theft Auto audience. Yeah. So it will be fine.
I don't think anyone's is. This is one of those cases where I don't care if the biggest streamer in the world cries foul on anything.
All of them.
All of them. It won't impact it. This is happening.
So, but this is a case where I feel like they come out, they do this, and all of a sudden, to varying degrees, it's now permission. Let's let every game company try to find a way to do a watered down version for 80 or 70 or whatever it is, and the full featured game for 100. And that's kind of what we saw with horse armor. It was like, oh, they're going to sell you armor for a horse for $5, and you're going to, or whatever it was. I don't remember if it was $5.
It was like that though. It was like $3.99 or something dumb.
Launched the wave of DLC, and now we're inundated with it. And who knows if that's where we're going to be with Grand Theft Auto. That's my fear. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to buy it. It's not coming out on PC yet. I'm sure as shit not going to spend $100 to play a video game on a console I don't want to play the game on. So
yeah, it's not happening. If everyone wants to know,
going to happen.
You know how I was kind of on the edge? This extra $20 thing makes me mad enough where I'm like, well, now I'm 100% waiting for the PC version. Why would I spend $100 or even less to play a lesser version of the game on a console I don't want to play it on, and when I'm probably going to get the PC version anyway? Like, this kind of seals the deal for me.
Yeah, I'll judge the $100 value when it comes to PC, and then I'll gauge it there, and people can have their discourse before that.
And I'll bet you money by then it's $89 and it's the complete edition or some shit, and they'll just put it all in one thing anyway, because this is how this stuff goes.
Yeah, and personal opinion on this is I think it sucks. The consumers didn't ask Rockstar to take forever to make this video game. So anybody that's going to say, well, if you want that quality, if you want them to work on it for this long, they have to charge for it. I didn't ask for that. This could be GTA 8 by now, for the same cost. Like, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't fall on me to make up for how that has been handled and that we've been waiting for GTA 6 for an eternity. Yeah. Also, the people who made this game, this is something we don't talk about very much, rarely are the people deciding the price. So when you go, oh, Rockstar, they're after your money, like, odds are the people who made this game didn't decide it was $100.
2K did, though. They decided.
They did. Yeah. There are people who did it, but the other thing I always hear, because anytime I get mad about prices of things, people are like, well, don't you care about the developers? It's like, the developers didn't pick the price. They aren't the ones who decided this. In fact, if I was talking to them, they'd probably go, yeah, I wish we could have put it out cheaper. Yeah. The only reason that they probably are excited about it being a higher price is for job security. And that's very much a them thing.
Yep. That ain't an us thing.
So I've always said price is a little bit of a tricky thing. We've had 3 news stories about price, because for some people, $100 is easy. You know, we just talked about owning yachts being easy, and I had a lot of questions about that. For some people, that's nothing. For some people, that puts it outside of the what I can, reasonably afford for video games range for monthly expenditure on a video game, especially. with them saying like this is just single player. Like this could cost more if you want to dabble in the multiplayer side.
Yeah.
So it's not really a judgment call on that. It's more of a judgment call on what is this doing for the industry? What is the value? And I don't like on principle when it's seemingly, they're not even trying to hide it, is, oh yeah, the game's $80. It's just regular. But you're going to be going up to shops that literally are going to just tell you, oh, you can't come in here. You didn't spend enough money to buy the game.
Right.
That's a bad consumer experience. That's an experience just to get money out of us, again, as consumers. And I don't go with that. I think that's crap.
Small correction for the chat. Rhinog says can't get it anyways. PlayStation exclusive. That is incorrect. It is coming to Xbox Series X and S as well on launch day.
It is. It's so weird though, because you would think right now that Xbox, when they got rid of Phil, they were like, we're shutting the whole thing down. Everybody has just talked about it being a PlayStation game as if it is an exclusive game. They've said it's going to run best on PlayStation, which is true. The PlayStation Pro is the most powerful console that it's going to be coming out on at launch. But I don't remember, Scott, maybe you do. I thought the Xbox Series X was more powerful than the base level PlayStation 5.
It is, or they claim that, and it's not like a runaway.
Close.
It's close, but it was like some marginal thing that made it outperform it. And then the Pro was a different story. Also, the other reason they're saying it will run best on PlayStation hardware is the PlayStation platform was their primary development platform for the game.
That makes sense.
But
so even against the Series X and the base PlayStation, there's a decent chance that thing plays better on PlayStation.
The truth of it is, though, those old reasons are kind of weird these days because they're all x86 architecture without a lot of differences. So the idea that it would be significantly different is a little weird to claim. Shouldn't be that different. Like we're talking a very easy porting situation, not like the PS3 360 era where what was the Xbox was a PowerPC based system. PS3 used a chip that nobody could get their head around.
Yeah,
it's a different time. So I don't know why they claim that as much now, but it's clear marketing wise, or at least mindshare wise, everybody thinks this is just coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, people talk about it like it is not going to be available on Xbox.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, 12 teraflops versus 10 teraflops for PS5 and Series X. Again, it's marginal as far as what a player is going to see, but that was the big claim. Microsoft had that high ground for a minute and then became Anakin themselves. So there you go.
Got their legs and arm cut off.
Yeah. Don't tell me I don't like to reference the prequels once in a while, everybody. I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
I'll get in there.
By the way, I threw the yacht in the chat. Like Discord.
Oh, you gotta, let's see.
Yeah, if you want to take a look.
Yeah, I do want to see it. Is this the one with you on it? Oh, okay, guys. I don't know who's
audio listeners, but
yeah, you can't see this, but there's our yacht. It's got bow on the front.
It's just concept art, guys.
Yep.
It's fine.
Lake Runners.
We won't make it to the final game.
I love it. I'd ride
just
this
need
boat.
a little bronze version of this bow hanging from the Jack and Rose spot at the front there.
Yeah. If RGG added this to Pirate Yakuza, it would be, they'd know how to do it right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I need to get in there more anyway because I really enjoy it. I just haven't had time, but I should get into Forza 7 Horizon or 6 Horizon and we need to make a Lake Runner card. We have all the parts. They have the tools in the game. You can make anything. Yeah. I can import any JPEGs or PNGs or whatever I want. Why has nobody, what's happening? Why has that car not already been on the show? What are we doing?
And as people remind us, every time we mention Forza, wololo is a horn sound. So it could be the Lake Runner car, and when you honk the horn, it can go wololo.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, wait, breaking news from my wife. Yes. Oh, just one of these if you're around. Sorry. I asked my wife offline if she could give me a drink, and now she's very, very kindly doing that. You didn't have to, though. Anyway, I didn't think she was coming. I was like, hey, are you around? And she's like, here she is. All right. Anyway, let's move on from that to this. GameStop finally figured out their price stickers were a problem. John, tell me what this is about. Since you work there, I feel like you have extra special access to this information.
I worked there ages ago. It was my first job. That's how long ago
Yeah.
I existed there, and I could have told you back then. In fact, in stores where I worked, much to our dismay, because we got in trouble for it every time when the district manager came in. What are you guys doing? GameStop slaps big price stickers right on the plastic of their games, whether it's a used game, which, you know, maybe you expect a little wear and tear on a used game, but they slap a sticker on it. But they also do it to new games, because here's the thing. GameStop doesn't want to put a new game with a game in it out on display on the shelf, because then if somebody takes it, it gets stolen. So they take the game out, they put it behind the counter in a sleeve, and they put just the empty case out there, and then they put a sticker on it. And so if you get the last copy of a game, you have a case now that you have to peel a sticker off, and GameStop stickers are notorious for not being able to come off of the plastic they've been stuck on. They tear every single time. Scott's got a picture of it right now.
I even have a couple. That Xbox 360 example, dead on, man.
That's what it looks like. And so in our store, what we used to do is the printer that would print the stickers, we would tear it off, leave it stuck, and we would slide it between the plastic and the art.
Oh,
So
look
there
at
was
you
no
guys.
sticker, so you would just have to fish it out.
Yeah.
And that was all you would have to do. Every time we had a district manager come in, they would blow an absolute gasket that we had the audacity to do that. I was like, you guys don't understand. This matters to people.
So was this like a do you think this has had, like in some meeting somewhere, everybody was like, be quiet about this, but we like having hard to remove stickers because then it's kind of always got our mark on it. And
I don't know.
Little
That's
shits will come in and switch the stickers around and take it to the salesperson. This is micromanagement, you know. Like,
is that what's going on there?
yeah. Why else would you put hard to remove stickers if you weren't worried about theft?
Yeah,
Well, they have finally decided, hey guys, what if we put stickers that come off clean on the games? In 2026, at the age of extinction for GameStop, they figured out maybe the stickers should come off nice and clean.
I think I've had this too, and it's like, well, my nice little, you know, it's a little bit of a collector's item. You put them on the shelf like you buy VHS tapes, and I don't remember ever having to deal with that, or books.
Yeah.
You know, you get a nice hardcover with a sleeve on it, and it's like, you're going to put your nasty old price tag on the product I'm buying?
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
I don't
with
like it either. That's never been good.
Yeah.
Digital Hype made me laugh. He says, this is going to save GameStop for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a small thing, but I'm glad it happened.
I
Gamers, we
appreciate
heard
they're
you.
doing it. I just can't believe I was working at GameStop in like 2003. It's been a long time before they were like, what if we did this?
23 years, man, or so. 24 years? 3?
Something like that.
2? Whatever.
I don't know. I don't even know if it was 2003. I just threw out a number.
Well, it sounded good to me.
I don't know. How old was I in 2003?
You were out. No, you were in high school, right?
You were 5 years old.
That sounds right. I was 19. Okay, so it was probably actually before then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably significantly before then.
Wild time. How does it work?
Somewhere.
I don't get it. I had a 3-year-old then. You know what he is now? He's 26.
And just think about it. It took them that long to figure out the stickers were a problem.
Jeez, the entire lifetime of my son. My boy.
Apparently, my mom was watching because I just got
boy.
a text from her, and she said people will do ticket switching. That's why.
Oh, is that the deal? Well, I still
Yeah,
think there's
which is
better
what
ways.
I said, but it's probably delayed. There's probably some delay on what she's watching because I said that. But
Oh, yeah, you actually said it.
yeah. It's just funny. Okay, thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. I didn't know your mom listened.
Well, I think because she's upstairs and she doesn't want to disturb us while we do it, so she checks in on us to be like, "You guys done yet?" And I'm like, "We got still 2 more hours. I'm sure to go. We're not."
The show's long.
You need to eat something. Come on down. Don't be shy. Just
Well,
like,
if she's listening now, just I want her to know how much I appreciate that the syrup that she had you go get and put in your baggage, and that got stuck in Denver.
that went to
That's
it went
right.
to Denver.
Yeah, I love it.
Mine's autographed. Bo signed my syrup.
I don't know why I didn't do that. I would have loved to have you sign it, dude. I would have
The
loved
best
it.
reaction about that was that everyone was like, "Wait, you can put maple syrup in cans?" Like,
Yeah, we don't have it here.
No,
So-
they
I was
put
like,
in
oh,
bottles.
I didn't expect that to be a novelty. I was like, this looks so cheap.
They put them in bottles shaped like ladies here.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Okay, well, I'm glad it was a novelty. It was a pleasant surprise. So.
Do you guys get Mrs. Butterworth's up there? Do you know what that is?
Didn't they remove does she still look like a lady?
She does.
They
I
got
thought
rid of that.
they got rid of the lady on the Land O'Lakes butter, but and that was a Native American. This one is. Hold on. Now I don't know. Mrs. Butterworth.
This is Butterworth. I don't think so. No.
Because she used to do these
I mean,
commercials,
maybe.
these CG versions and claymation
Yeah,
versions.
she'd
of it.
come alive.
Apparently-
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "Brr, brr, brr, you got to
No, we
put
have
some
it.
syrup on that."
Well,
I
they
can go to Walmart
kinda
and get
changed it.
It's here.
Oh, they got rid of Aunt Jemima. That's who they
That's
got rid
what it was. Because Aunt Jemima was racially troubling. This right here is they've really dulled her down though. Look at that face. It's very non-face
That's
now.
more terrifying.
I agree. That's out of a horror
That's
movie.
way worse. If that came alive, I would be a ton more scared than
Yep.
the original.
But when they were glass and it was the old times. Let's see if I can find one.
The old times.
The olden times. She was way more. Well, yeah. See, this commercial's blurry, but this is what she would do. She'd like her arms would move around and she'd talk to you about how great her pancake butter was.
The arm syrup is the best syrup.
It's the
but
only
you gotta
kind.
get to it.
You suck it from my broken fingers. Anyway, there's that. Hey, what else? Capcom.
So
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima is no longer a thing now. Oh, okay.
No, they still make them. They just aren't as. Oh, Aunt Jemima. No, she is gone. You're right. Butterworth lady was less controversial than Aunt Jemima.
Rest in peace, Aunt Jemima.
And rip Aunt Jemima. Everybody, pour one out. Hey, GameStop, move over. Capcom's turn. They will not be escaping the accusations as they seem to be rebranding the RE engine to REX, which means it's still the RE engine. It's the 10th game.
I know. I thought this was so funny. So there are rumors. It's still rumors right now. So we've talked about it before that the RE engine is supposed to be for reach the moon engine.
Yeah, which makes zero sense.
That's the idea, but everybody calls it the Resident Evil engine because it debuted with Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
Well, they are rebranding the RE engine to the next RE engine, and they're putting the X at the end for some reason. Anyway, the abbreviation for this is RE:X. And likely, the first video game to use this is going to be Resident Evil 10.
Oh, shocking. I can't believe it. Weird.
No, but I mean, did you go to that article and look at their rationale for the acronym?
Where up higher? Where is it?
There you
Where
go.
is it?
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Right here?
Look, the studio called this Rex engine the next generation of Reach the Moon. These guys need to be brought against crimes against acronyms.
Crimes
When you
against
make an
acronyms.
acronym, you use the first letter of a word. You don't pick the X in next and then move it to the back just to make.
They're full of shit.
Then I can make acronyms out of anything, and no one intuits at all. Like, oh my god! Like, people complain about the lack of education system in the Western world, but Japan's like, what's going on here?
Wait, is this true?
What is going on?
Booj731 says in Japan the engine is called the BHX engine. Is that really called the Biohazard engine over there? Because if that's true, now I don't believe anything.
No, that's why they said we were wrong about it being. That was their justification when they're like, "Isn't it called the Resident Evil engine?" They said, "No, it's Reach the Moon." It doesn't make sense that it would be called the Resident Evil engine here because we don't even call the games Resident Evil. We call it Biohazard. But then, as was quickly pointed out by me on the Core podcast, the first game that had it was called Biohazard Resident Evil.
Yep.
Why does it even need an acronym? They could just call it Evil Engine and be done with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because they're messing with us. This is a scientific experiment to frustrate me.
Yeah, and they're doing it in a year where they're just winning.
You're saying this is ARG. Like
It could be an ARG.
Yes, it's just designed to mess with me. It doesn't stand for Resident Evil. That's crazy.
I mean, what
RE?
Yeah, no.
By the
Like,
way,
you know,
we're up to RE10, and we had to do 8 backflips to make this thing called the RE10 engine.
yeah, some people have flawed logic and they twist themselves into knots, rationalizing things like that's this, but for acronyms. Like this is
pretty
so
dumb.
bad. It's a crime. Like where's the regulatory body that deals with acronyms?
Booge got me with his joke, by the way. The biohazard, it's not called that over there. That's the joke, is that because they call the games differently, they would call the engine differently.
It would be funny, though.
I'm an idiot.
That would just be 2 crimes. you know?
Yeah.
So
I
at
think they're
least
just
they're
dicking with
limited
us.
to one.
And they're feeling emboldened because they're having a hell of a year. It's not even done yet. They still got another major release this year. And next year's things are also looking good. So they can do this. They can afford to be a little weird.
So the trademark is RE:X, which, if they did acronyms right, is Resident Evil 10 engine. That's what it should be called instead of this other crap they're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They just should admit it, but they
It's
won't.
not. It's the next
Yeah.
reach for the moon or reach
Look,
the moon engine.
Capcom is not owned by Microsoft or Sony, so I'm sure there's a good chance they won't just get laid off and no more sequels to Resident Evil.
No, in fact, John.
I think it's considered a success.
John said something really interesting, and I haven't been able to forget it. When we were talking, it was, I think, our second to last RE9 session. You had said that Capcom has a really strong internal belief that they don't make rock stars out of their dev leads, or make big names out of people. So there aren't Yoshi P's and Kojimas and the way we do it. There's no Metsons there. And they may be in terms of influence, but we don't know them. They don't make a deal out of them. It's just this team made this game, and they get credit in the games, but nobody's getting deified. And that maybe
They're tying IPs to people.
There you go. That's what I meant. That's a great way of saying it. Don't tie your IP to people. Even Blizzard does this when they bring in new people. It's like, well, who's doing Diablo 4 now? Oh, it's the Gears of War guy, Ferguson. Jim, Bill, Todd. What was his
Rod?
name?
Christopher,
Todd.
Christopher,
Rod.
Todd,
Rod.
Rod Ferguson.
Rod and Todd. Exactly.
I'm scared.
Yeah. So he comes in and it's like, oh, well, all right then. But I don't think that's good. Because it doesn't really actually mean anything. It means someone with some industry experience. It means that they're capable people are on staff. But there's no reason to do this front-facing thing. It's just ever since John told me that story, I've not been able to forget it. Yeah. I wish more companies did that.
I mean, I think if you got a good ambassador, you got a good ambassador. I wouldn't say no to Chris Metzen talking about anything.
Well, of course, and all of those genies are out of the bottle, right? But Capcom, I think they hold their guns to like this. What? They're winning without it. They've got, their ambassador is Leon S. Kennedy with a smart crack and stupid line and a gun.
The problem is these people have tenure and seniority and yes men, so no one's being honest with them to be like, you don't got it. You should not go out there.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be mean about it, but it's just go on a panel, but to make yourself an international concern on stage, a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Need to be that's not your strong suit. This isn't your strong suit.
No.
Sorry, bud.
Switch 2 going up in price in September. We kind of mentioned it earlier, but that's happening.
Yeah, that's already been announced, but we are coming up on the date that it's going to happen.
So it will still, I think, be the cheapest.
Yeah.
At the time, though.
Default.
I really don't like the Overton window of pricing right now. It's like this with politics, but it's like, oh, well, look, it's still the best deal. Yeah, but it's because it all went up. Don't try to turn it into a good thing suddenly. I hate that when people do that, but I'm making up who I'm talking about, too, so we're all bad at this, I guess. All right, summer sale on Steam. I have already bagged. Well, it's in my bag. I haven't checked out, but I have put a couple of things in my bag.
Tell us more about your bag.
You would like to know more about my bag? Currently in there are Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, PC version, $39.99. Actually, I thought it was better sell than that. I'll have to go check. And Stellar Blade for $40.19. It is usually $59.99. I think I want, of these two, I'm not doing both. So of these two, I think I'll probably do Stellar Blade. And I'll
admit something questionable
do it.
About Stellar Blade.
Do it.
Just, I don't mean it in any kind of mean way, but every time I hear someone say Stellar Blade, I say it in my head as Stellar Braid. And
Stellar Braid.
I know that's bad, but I just.
Well, why is it?
I always have this urge to go Stellar Braid, and I'm just like, no, that's kind of.
You think it's too much of like a voice impediment kind of thing, or what do you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's because the Asian cultures and.
I see, like an accent.
With the L thing, yeah. I'm just like, oh, it's not Stellar Blade, it's Stellar Braid.
I'm glad you brought it
bad.
up.
That's what I'm saying. It's not nice or bad. I don't mean it in any mean way, but every time I hear someone say it, I'm always just saying it that way, and I have this urge to just say that out loud and be like, "Bo, don't say it.
Don't do it." But you did
every
now.
Every time you've been saying it this episode, in my head, I've been going Stellar Braid.
This is why you got kicked out of the D&D team.
Yeah. That's why your dream went the way it went.
Yeah, they're like, you're a little weird for this.
Yeah, get out of here. You just said Stella Blade. Get out.
So I'm just confessing. It's good to confess. This is
no, let it out, dude.
This is Gamer Confessions. It's a Gamer Confessional.
This is a safe place. You're among friends, and you can say, "Hi, my name is Bo." Hi, Bo. I'm addicted to racial impurities.
No, just with the one word. Not like.
I think it may have made it worse. That's not what I meant.
Never underestimate Core's ability to keep digging.
Oops. Anyway, Steam sale. Anything jumping out at anybody? What are you gonna add to your backlog
I've been
here, Bo?
shopping for VR stuff. I've gotten a little I'm like, what's going on in VR? The stuff coming up. And there's some sales. I think I'm going to pick up some VR games. There's a cool little game called Iron Rebellion, which has got good reviews, and you're in a mech. So it's basically a mech warrior, but VR, and you flip a lot of switches. I'm really looking forward to trying
flipping
that.
switches is cool. I like that.
Yeah. Like it's a proper VR. Also, there's this VR game. It looks kind of misty or adventure puzzly called Ghost Town. It's overwhelmingly positive. It was released in 2025. It's on sale for $20. Gonna grab that, I think.
Ghost Town.
Yeah, Ghost Town. Alien Incursion VR is down to $12. I might pick that up. Hubris, which was a big release, is down to $7.
Jeez.
So I'm gonna go scoop up some VR shit. Even Midnight Walk's down to $20, and I might.
Ooh, Midnight Walk is
drop
cool.
a lot on some VR shit and go spend some time in there. So
I played and streamed that not in VR but in 2D mode because of John's recommendation. That game's cool.
And I hear good things about RoboQuest VR, even though it's pretty expensive. But I think
I like RoboQuest.
Too, so, yeah, but a VR version of it,
it's not the same game. They don't just have VR support, or is it a?
It's the same game, but with VR controls by the developer, not a mod. It's just that's it.
So I already own it, is what I'm saying.
When I think about no, you have to buy separate, it's a standalone executable. But more of my groaning is just like high action games are like, oh boy. Hope my knees are ready, or hope my back is ready, or whatever it is that's going to happen when I do this.
Ghostwire Tokyo is only $4 or $5. Chat says.
Yeah, they have a section now, and I really like that Steam does this. They do an area that you can click on right from the front screen that's deep discounts. And it's basically the stuff that's like super discounted, like high percentages, including, I already have it, so this isn't one for me, but you can get The Witcher 3 for $4.
Jeez. Far Cry 4 for $3. That's good. Far Cry.
$4 for The Witcher 3. 10 if you want all the DLC and all of that, which is still a crazy good deal.
I want to say that's not the first time I've seen it that steep, but that's why everyone's played it. It's often like now's the time to buy. You can
get
never
stuff
played Witcher,
like
you buy it.
Wreckfest for $3. The Dead Space remake is $6.
Jeez. That's
Far Cry 4
$2.
for $3. The deep discounts is where I tend to go. It's also where I tend to find out that I already owned a lot of these video games because I'm like, oh, sweet, that's a great. I was like, Watch Dogs 2, maybe I can finally play it. Oh, I already have it, so I don't need to spend $2.50 to try.
Black Desert's only $1.
Yeah, but how expensive are the panties?
Oh, the panties. That's where they get you. Watch Dogs 2 is a great game, by the way. $2.49. That series peaked with 2, in my opinion.
Modern Warfare 2 is only $9. Not that I really care, but isn't that a recenty game?
Yeah, it's a recenty remake, yeah.
I like that.
Oh, mostly negative. What happened there? Holy shit.
It's a remake of Modern Warfare. Let's
see what the reviews say. Campaign settings do not work. I can't tell. Because of how serious bug in the campaign. Okay, so some kind of bug. They're getting bombed. Anyway, where's the one where it's future stuff and the disgraced actor? What's his name? Kevin. What's his name's in it?
Kevin
Spacey. Yeah. What was that called? Modern? No, that was Future Warfare. What was that called?
Yeah, something like that.
That was my favorite at Call of Duty. I'm just saying it now, and I don't care who hates it. I love that game.
Yeah, I don't.
It was great.
I don't really blame you. Like it
and you
was
know what?
different. It was doing different stuff.
And it was in space, John, and it had guns that aren't real yet. And like,
no, that wasn't that. That was the one with Jon Snow in it.
oh,
There was a quasi-future one with Kevin Spacey. That was like we're wearing like, you know, we can lift 100-pound like frames on our body. That sort of future. But then there was one with Jon Snow where it was, and this is in space and stuff.
Is that Advanced Warfare? That's it.
They all have the same goddamn name.
Every game.
on this one.
I think this is it, and I think this is the one with Kevin. I thought it had Kevin Spacey in it. I think it is the one that's truly in space with Jon Snow. I didn't play that. All right, you know what? Advanced Warfare. That's where it's at. Play that one. Anyway, let us know at home what you think your favorites are.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Yep.
The original, not
Yep.
the remake.
Yeah.
Play that one.
Play that one.
And then understand where Call of Duty peaked.
You can be like, oh, look at the mustache on what's his name? What's his name? Pike.
Captain Price.
Price. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While
And then
you're
Ghost.
playing Soap McTavish.
Soap McTavish. Oh man, those were the days.
We all laugh, but we all remember it because guess what? That's where it peaked.
I remember. Guys, let's remember to take a break. When we come back from this break, we'll talk about the games we played. And before we do, I want to mention that you've got some choices in supporting your favorite video game podcast show, which is what this is. And you can do it on our Patreon. You can do it on our Substack or both, whatever you want to do. And you get all the cool benefits of being a member, like no commercials ever, pre-show content every week, host specials, and Patreon stuff, like art in the mail. Ooh, that's cool. You only get that one way. We had a guy recently here join up named Argent Monkey.
That's cool.
That's a cool name. Be like Argent Monkey. He's at the level where he gets everything. He's at the highest. Go read all about him. Find out what's best for you. You can find all these links on our website, frogpants.com/core. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, the games we played and more. Stay tuned. Hey, everybody, we're back. Thanks for taking a break with us and letting us have a minute. We must move on, though. We must talk about games we've played. It's important stuff, so we'll do it now. Here we go. What do I have to play? I'm going to play something for that. All right, we played video games. John and I shouldn't say John because he's beaten the game. This would make it his, 4 times entirely and then 1 time observing it? Is that how many times you played?
I mean, it's a lot. It's yeah.
It was a lot.
Probably that sounds right.
But Resident Evil 9 is done. That is to say, our playthrough finished on its 9th session.
Yeah.
And almost exactly, like every session was a 2-hour session, and the 9th session was almost exactly 2 hours. Like it couldn't have ended better for the numbering. So maybe these REX guys have something. I don't know. Maybe they got something going on over there. But anyway, we finished it in 9 sessions. Well, what are my big takeaways? My biggest takeaway is I do think this is probably the best overall Resident Evil game maybe ever made.
Wow.
It's really impressive to me. Kind of across the board, just the way it balances out, tells multiple stories without getting in its own way. I just think that like narratively and structurally, it's just a really cool package, more so than previous efforts. The scariest one in the series for me will still be 7. It's hard for me to get around 7's just abject horror.
7's notorious for that.
Yeah.
I feel like you can even see the reaction to it where they walked it back after 7. Because it's never been that scary again.
No. In fact, I think there was an adjustment there where they went, okay, maybe we went a little too far with like differentiating this from its history. Because 6, things ended with 6 and it was a big, long period of time between 6 and 7. And this is a first person game. They'd never been that before. Like all of these changes and also them just really going, people want the PT. They want the hardcore this or that. And that is what they got. And I think they were like, let's pull that back a little tiny bit and let's get a little Capcom-y and goofy with it, which I'm okay. I'm totally okay with, by the way. But seven will always stand, I think, is the scariest thing. There are things in 9, though. Like all the early Ashley stuff, that shit, dude, is real scary. This game made me F-bomb for the first time on live stream. So that tells you something.
Oh, it was such a good moment.
That grandma in the hallway, that her whole thing, she's one of the worst things. Like for Mr. X, fine. Nemesis, whatever. Like there's these big moments in the history of the franchise. They're all fine. But her, the grandma that couldn't be in the light, freaking F that lady to hell and back. F her. She sucks. Also F lickers. I hate the lickers at the end. They piss me off.
Yeah. And that was something we kind of talked about was I appreciate Resident Evil's willingness to slowly introduce new things. Because you were on your last couple hours of the game and they were still throwing like, okay, here's a brand new enemy for you to deal with.
Yeah,
here's
humans. Here's some humans to fight. Here
humans,
are now
lickers.
Yeah. Weirdo hybrid skin guys that had like crusty crotches. Those were different and new.
The weird dogs.
Yeah.
Like, so many games are like, let's throw one of everything in the first couple hours of the game, and then let's just change the color of the outfit and call it a different enemy later on, and maybe it does a couple other attacks. Yeah. I appreciate their willingness to hold on to, the Licker's an iconic enemy. They didn't introduce that until the very last area. They're like, hey, now we'll put him in.
Yeah, not kind of a throwaway thing, but to do it that late in the game is unusual. I loved the anime parts of the story as much as I liked the more grounded, serious parts. Like it just really was it's just a really good package, and it looked incredible every second we were in there. Like it is a freaking beautiful game.
Yeah, Leon's dying, and you're like, hold on, I know you're dying, Leon, but let me look at this architecture. It's very pretty.
Can I look at this room for a minute before you pass away? Like there's lots of moments where like even these games always end in a lab. That's the best lab they've ever done. Just absolutely mind-blowingly detailed and cool and vibey and just a hell of a thing. Someone in the chat corrected me. I think did I say Ashley? I meant Grace. I say Ashley a lot instead of Grace. I don't know why I do that.
And Claire.
Yeah. But it's great. It's Grace. And I like Grace. I think Grace is a legit addition to this franchise. Like deserves to be in the echelon of the characters we all think about a lot. Like more than Ethan even. Like I think she's that good. I really liked her in it. And you might say, well, she was just always scared the whole time. And but she's the survival horror of this game. Leon comes in and just does what Leon does, and it's amazing, and it's great how it breaks up the game. But she's like the real deal. So I don't need no DLSS 5 to see her face again.
No.
She was awesome. Anyway, if you want to see the entirety of the playthrough, it's all up on the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, which is Scott Johnson, or youtube.com/Scott Johnson, one word. And there's an entire playlist just for these. There's also mashups of every session that are way cut down to be some of the better, the quicker parts. So if you just want to get a taste, you can watch all of those. It's all up there. And we don't know what we're playing next. If the next horror game could be ill, it could be, and I don't mean like I'm saying it's ill. I'm saying the game called ill. Sick, man. That game is ill. Or what was the other one? The Pinhead one's looking kind of promising.
Oh, Hellraiser.
Yeah.
That might be messed up in the...
I know, dude. That movie screwed me up as a kid. Really did. Like bad. Like I kind of still not quite over the first movie. So that game might be one. We don't know. It depends on what someone donates the code for. That's all. I don't play them otherwise. Anyway, there's that. I also played a bunch. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago because John, I think, picked it up on sale. But Sea of Thieves put out their final patch before they start in earnest on their next game, or before they announce the next game.
Thieves.
Not Sea of Thieves. Sea of Stars. Shit. The names today.
I was like, what did we talk about?
Sea
I don't
of Stars.
remember talking about that.
They call it Sea of Stars Sunset Edition, but it's really just the last patch. It includes all the content that they've added over time. And it is, for those wondering, if you don't know what it is, it's kind of a top-down isometric JRPG in the vein of Chrono Trigger. The combat is extremely, reminiscent of that. The soundtrack is partially with a dude from the Chrono Trigger soundtrack. So a lot of that music rings
It's
familiar.
it also will remind you of. It's got elements like Clair Obscur to a degree, where it's got like press buttons at certain times for effects.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as just pick from the menu and do a thing. There are also like, hey, hit this in this window to get a more powerful attack and make the move more effective, stuff like that.
Yeah, suck in these XP orbs that get dropped when you damage enemies, and then you have more power. So you have a lot of strategy, a lot of thinking ahead, a lot of like, oh, I could do this in this boss fight, and it's full of cool stuff like that. Clair Obscur had a lot of that. Also reminds me a lot of like Super Mario Super Paper Mario, and the Mario RPG kind of had some of those timing mechanics.
Yeah.
So do more damage if you hit the timer right. Do less, or take less damage if you block at the right time. Not really parry so much. But
Yeah, this is not a take no damage if you can, get good. This is definitely just, enhance your attacks and whatnot. But
yeah, mitigate.
it does have a timing mechanic, a actual action element to the turn-based combat.
And it's got a crazy good, I think. I played it enough to I think I can judge it. In every bar or tavern and some buildings, there's a table in there, and you can go play a game. I forget what they call the game. Shit, something. Anyway, it's basically like a steampunky animatronic card deck builder game, mini game. So think the stuff you do in The Witcher or any other game where they have like a little side card game. It's like that, and it's actually really fun. It's like all animated. I think that came out later. That was like a later edition of the game or in a patch or something. Those are really cool. Graphically, I'm in love with it. I love how it looks. I got way further in. It's one of these games where I slept on it after I got it because that was also Baldur's Gate 3 year and a bunch of other games. It was just hard to compete, and it got kind of put on the backlog, and I'm like, I'll get back to it. And I just finally am, and I'm having a ball in there. So,
did you start fresh, or were you continuing a save?
I continue to save, but I came within microns of starting over because of the reasons you always say. Because I had that feeling of like, do I even know where I've been, what I did? It can't be that much time.
I tried picking it back up, and I was in a very combat intensive spot, and I could not remember how combat worked. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I had a little of that, I'll admit it. But I got over it because it kind of all came back. The hardest part about that is if you are just starting where you left off in a story or whatever, this isn't a game with like a map marker and go do the thing over there. It's pay attention to what people have told you and then go do what they told you to do. That's the kind of quest. That's the kind of quest managing it is. Very old school that way. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I think it works fine. If you're paying attention, it's fine. You just know where to go next. But
It's not designed for long gaps between places.
Exactly. So it's not like getting into an AC game where I'm like, oh yeah, that marker over there is where I need to go. They don't have that. So there was a lot of me bumping into shit for a while before I figured it out. Once I got back into the flow, got my head around the story again, I went, oh, okay, I know where I'm at. What's going on? This new companion, blah, blah, blah. And I've gotten through two major world biomes. One of them was like this haunted biome, and I loved it. It ended up being so cool. It's not even my vibe.
I think that's where I am right now, because I just got not long ago, I think I got the girl that's kind of like a rogue.
Yeah, she does the jumping through the portals.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
That stuff.
Yeah, she's really cool. Oh, there's that game here. Hold on. So this right here, this is a tabletop. You got these little animatronic wizards and archers and tanks and stuff. And this isn't video, so you can't really see it. But basically, you're kind of rolling dice. It's like Yahtzee a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain. But you have hit points and shields, and you're just trying to take it down the other guy's totals. And I found this to be super fun. It could almost be its own game. But anyway, it's cool. Sea of Stars is rad. I'm going to finish it. I'm committed. Tsushima still burns.
Uh-oh.
I'm committed.
Scott just committed to it. Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
This is how we got Tsushima fires.
You're right. But I don't know. I'm having that much fun with it. It's super compelling. Once you're in the flow, it just feels good. It feels old and new at the same time. It circumvents a lot of the problems those old games had with like not enough XP, or random battles aren't happening at the rate they need to, or all those old problems. They don't exist here so much. And you're getting loot on the regular, and it just feels good upgrading your dudes all the time. And the story's really fun and charming, and there's pirates, and I don't know. I'm into it. It's really good.
We've heard this before.
No, look, I'm not telling anyone to believe me. I'm just saying to you people at home, if I finish Sea of Stars Sunset Edition, you're all gonna feel like dummies. Then that's what'll happen.
No, we won't.
You'll just feel skeptical, and
We will still ask you how Tsushima's doing.
well, that's true. That's never going away, right? That meme's forever. I mean, you think we're gonna forget what Bo shits in a lake today? That's not gonna happen.
No.
These memes last
Yeah,
forever.
but you have a way to erase it.
That's true. I could beat Tsushima.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
beat the game, we can no longer ask that question. And yeah, the next time you go, I'm beating this game for sure. We're going to go, well, remember how Tsushima went?
Mm-hmm.
But then you get to say, I finished it. Bo doesn't get to wipe the lake run clean. Like poop in a lake. It's on him. It's on him forever.
I think like maybe the way to clean it would be to go and do some community service.
Oh, okay.
You know, go and clean some shit out of a pool or something and be like, listen, I've atoned.
Do you think, like, could you go to this lake? I assume it's publicly managed, this lake, right? It's like a...
No, it's a lake in the middle of nowhere. Like,
Okay,
it's
so-
outside the city in the wilderness. There's no hospitals.
Oh,
there's
then
no
all
health,
bets are
there's
off
no
then.
money.
Yeah.
It's like way in the bush. It's not near any real civilization. That's why I didn't feel bad about it's not like I went to a beach, you know, with 100,000 people there and shit there, you know. It's
Shat in somebody's...
it's just us and the fishes. Like it's people's camps in like remote cottages and stuff. It's not. Having been out of Salt Lake, it's like I don't know if you guys have like boreal forests in the same way where you go and it's just woodland for.
Oh, we
miles
definitely have
around.
that. Yeah.
You get lost and there's no help and like people die out there. And
We have
never get
woods.
found.
We have woods like that. We have mountains like that, and we have wooded mountains like that, and then we have deserts like that.
I just didn't see any of it because it's not.
Yeah, you
I was
were in
the city.
town, so it didn't work.
But yes, but like it was in a place like that, like an hour's drive from civilization, if that, maybe more,
Okay, so nobody. You can't go really do your.
And we were on
amends.
an island in the lake, so there's no vehicle access. Like we had to get there by boat, and we were camping. So I feel like my impact, at least on other humans, was fairly low. Can't speak for the fish, but
They're all right.
Still, like I feel like poor Bo. Like again, you're a game away from fixing this. Bo could feel inspired to clean up the waters of the world and develop a proprietary process for purifying and cleaning lake water in just the right way that sanitizes it from the human element, whether that's biological or artificial. And that the company's story would still start motivated after shitting in a lake. Bo Schwartz went on to launch the most successful. It would still be a part of the narrative.
Yeah.
He can't get rid of it.
Yeah, lake shitter Bo Schwartz wins the presidency. You're still a lake shitter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. If I ever ran for any kind of office, I'd be like, here's your candidate talking about how he shat. In the
Yeah,
lake.
you can be the Labor Party or whatever the hell you got up there, and you could fight for everyone's rights, and they would always say, well, he's that one that shit in the lake.
People like relatable politicians these days, so I feel like it could go either way.
You might be all right.
Favorable, right?
Yeah.
There might be a backlash after the current situation.
I would just go and I'd be like, look at these politicians. They all too scared to confess like their mistakes, but like I wear my mistakes on my sleeve. Like I shot in a lake, but and didn't do it again.
No, it was one off. One
Yeah,
time.
I can flip it. We can do the weave.
We can make we can make that work for your campaign. All right. What else? Oh,
thanks for helping me with
yeah,
that
no,
stuff.
it's all good. I got a game given to me by our good friend Tanner Goodman. It's right there in his name. He's a good man. And
he's a good man. I didn't realize he was a good man.
he sent me a game called Thank You for Your Application, which is a Papers, Please like. Probably tell by looking at this video. A lot of similarities.
Please like.
You're doing stuff. There are a lot of these now. There's the zombie.
Paper like.
Yeah, like I don't know what you'd call it. whatever it is.
Paper-like.
But
yeah.
the whole like I gotta approve your shit before you can come past me. Oh, it's you were lying, and then a bunch of new features that open up over time. It's one of those games, and it gets weird. The story starts out kind of simple enough. You're like this half robot, maybe you're full robot. You have a TV for a head.
Robots in
Yep,
disguise.
just like real life.
That's you right there. This is you. That's your guy. And you're taking applications for jobs in kind of this futuristic, cyberpunky kind of environment. The graphics are kind of retro and cute and everything, but the actual stuff where you're having to turn people down for certain things starts to feel bad in some cases, or maybe you can bend the rule for this guy, but that's going to ding you at the end of the day. It's like Paper Please that way. Papers, Please was probably a little more hardcore because it has such a political, like, tyrannical bent to it. So that what you did or had to do or had to try to do in that game was a lot more, I don't know, hardcore, I guess. This is a little lighter fare, at least so far. I like it a lot. It's the first one of these I've felt like in a while, kind of captures the spirit, but does its own things. It's at 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. Freaking Steam, where I have it. The only beef I have with these guys is they have not fixed the cloud saves. So I've been trying to play it like between a MacBook and a PC and a Steam Deck, and none of the cloud saves are transferring, and I don't know why. Because it says it supports it. I can't figure it out. So far it's been quiet on the Discord or on the on their Discord, so I haven't really been able to figure it out. But anyway, I'm sure they're working on it. It's very, very cool, and I would highly recommend it. Having a great time with it. It's called Thank You for Your Application.
This was the game you assumed they were listeners because it wanted to talk about hemorrhoids.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one I sent you. It was from this. Because there was a whole conversation. There's a fake like forum that you check every night when you go home. And it's like, well, let's see what the world's up to. And you check their feeds. And one of them was this big, long conversation about a guy and his hemorrhoids. And I'm like, I think they listen to this or something. It felt like that. So anyway.
Finger on the pulse.
You never know.
Common
You
man.
never know.
I also played about 2 hours of Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade.
Hell yeah.
I've decided to take John's advice, which was, yeah, you should play the first one all the way through and finish it, second one and the third one. That's what you should do. That's what you told me.
Yeah.
And I went, he's right. I should do
Maybe
that.
that's what we play next. 2 hours at a time. Get
Yep,
through
2
Final
chunks.
Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
So I'm playing Remake again, or I'm back in it. It is as great as when I left it. There's nothing wrong with this series. It's just me and my commitment to sticking through something. It's kind of a little weird to say, well, I'm going to play this, but also I'm playing Sea of Stars. They're kind of cut from the same cloth in terms of, satisfying your JRPG, modern, whatever vibe, even though one's very different looking than the other. But I really having fun with what I played, and forgot how much I like the combat system. And from what you guys say, it sounds like it just gets better in the second one. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
so
huge, huge improvement.
Yeah.
How far are you exactly?
Probably, what's my percentage?
Did you do the bombing mission? Is the bombing mission?
What's happened? What's the most recent thing that happened?
We already did the bombing mission. Oh, do you know the part where, what's her name? Can't think of her name. Not Aerith. Yeah, Aerith.
Yeah.
She takes you on a trip to, you have to parkour through the city and find all the right paths to get down to the slums again.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. It's not super far, but it's as far as I've ever been. And I did start over.
Okay.
So I'm at whatever that is. So I'm at the part now where what just happened? Something was going on.
So you just had the fight with the Turks.
Correct.
To get her out.
Yeah. And right before that was the boss fight with the big projected guy going, oh, ha, 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 you have no idea the power I wield. And then you fought.
And then it does the music. The music cue for that fight is so good.
It's really, really good.
Are you talking about Roche?
Cloud Burster.
Cloud, that's it.
The Cloud or whatever.
Cloudbuster.
Yeah,
Cloud.
The one that's like, unfortunately, the whole fight takes place on like 2 tiny suspended walkways. And so there's really it's terrible getting out of the way of things. Anyway, I did that fight. Then I can't remember how whatever happened, and then I was with her. So right now we have just
Falls.
Yeah, Cloud Falls. Oh, that's right, Cloud Falls.
Meets Aerith.
Yes.
You step on a flower or something like
Correct.
that.
The little flower patch in the church. And then it's like, let's go. Let's get out of here. And then you have to get out because what's that guy's name that shows up?
Reno.
He's a little prick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Turks suck.
I don't like
They're
Reno.
great, but they suck.
Yeah, fought him, did all that, fought those guys, got out of there. And now I'm at the next major, like we're starting the, whatever's
So you're
next.
hooked. You're into it.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah. I mean, I was never not into it. It's just, I don't know how these things,
No, but this is going to be exciting for us. The thing is, if you play this, me and John are going to like nerd out. Everything's like, oh man, what are you doing now?
I'm enjoying
Did you
it.
cry? We expect that question a lot.
Not yet, but if I do, I'll let you know.
Well, no, you're just getting cooking. But that opening is so good. Like just the unnecessary jump off the train.
Yep.
Like
It's great. It's great to have it realized in a modern way that makes it actually seem cool and not like these bobble-headed dork characters.
And what do you think of Badger? I mean Wedge.
I like Badger, although I haven't seen him in a while. What happened to him? I've
He
seen.
got his butt bit by a dog.
Yeah, is he back? He's probably back at the bar or whatever, or hanging out somewhere.
Well, yeah, so their mission ends, so they're probably going back to Tifa's bar to reunite with the other members of
Seventh
Avalanche.
Heaven is what it's called.
Right.
Now you're making your way back there because you got separated from them.
Right, because I fell through the thing. So I'm on my way. I guess that's where we're at then. I'm on my way to meet up with them. But I think he is actually one of my favorite choices for the voice acting because it just matches. I don't know, just matches.
It's
that
really
character.
good.
Yeah.
Even though I hear Badger so clearly, I think it's a good fit for Wedge.
Yeah. They should have put Skinny Pete in there somewhere. He's in the pit
That'd
though.
have been great.
Could've
Instead,
been
they got
Biggs.
Charlie. Said they got Charlie Sheen to play.
It's not his voice, but it sure looks like
It looks
It
just
sure
like
looks like him. I'm just like, it's Charlie Sheen.
it looks like young Charlie Sheen. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
I'm having fun. I'm not. I mean, it's obviously stuff nobody here. I'm not seeing anything you guys haven't already seen, but I'm enjoying the process and I'm having a good time.
Yeah, well, I look forward to hearing more. Keep playing.
Also, doesn't hurt that
play
game.
Stellar Blade.
That game is
Play that.
excellent on Steam Deck too. By the way, plays great
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, I heard that. Also, by the way, for listeners who haven't played Final Fantasy, it's on Super Sale. It's one of the games on Super Sale. It's like $10, I think.
Oh, really? Cheap. Yeah, go get it. Wish I could go back and pay that. And whatever, it's worth the full price I
Just
paid.
saying, if you haven't spooted
Have
it
you
up,
haven't spooped?
you haven't spooted it yet, it's a good time to go spoot. Get over
Oh,
there
you
and
can
spoot.
get both. You can get Remake and Rebirth for $31.99.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Wow, that'll be the best $30 in gaming you've spent.
Yeah,
in a while,
do
I'm
that,
sure.
guys. Get in there. Then I played a little, not a lot, but a little Pragmata. And I did this
Hell
because
yeah.
I was testing my internet and I wanted something kind of big and bombastic on screen.
Akuma Pragmata means no robots.
That's right. Means no robots for the rest of your days. There you go. I remember that song. Anyway, that's cool. And I played that until I think I got to what's the hub called? It's like maybe it's just the hub.
Yeah, this is the hub, like where your little safe house.
Yeah, your little suit up and get perks and whatever stuff. I can tell, though, immediately that I'm going to like this game. I really like how it feels. And I think that hacking and shooting stuff is actually really interesting. And I've only done the tutorial versions of that, so I know it'll get more complex or whatever. I was happy to finally fire it up, so I'm going to keep it
It's
that.
a good twist on third-person shooting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's cool. And I know because at the time when it first came out, I know a lot of the reviews, they're very positive, but they were like, this is a throwback to the mid-aughts shooters, third-person shooters that we played on 360 and PS3 era kind of time. And I can see what they mean. Like, it's immediately familiar in all those ways. And I think that's actually really to its benefit. The world and the story it's telling is new and different. And I just think it's great. Capcom's doing cool shit with new ideas, and it's a hit. It did really well for them. So happy about that. I did want to mention, and I did play, meant to tell this to John. This is just a side note. I played one round of Leon Must Die or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I tried it. It's cool. It's exactly what you think it is. It's roguelike where you run around and shoot zombies and they drop stuff and you find chests and you get random items, weapons, upgrades, and you work your way as far in as you can and beat as much as you can. And if you die, well, then you go and you do another run. It's actually a really cool application of that, I guess.
Nice.
I like it. So
I got to give it a try. They released it like right after I was like, well, I'm not going to play this for a while. I beat it however many times. I'll uninstall it. And they were like, free update.
Yep.
Ah, crap.
Yeah. Oh, you're just like me when you have, even if you have all the disk space in the world, it's just like, I don't want to have this just sitting on a hard drive.
But I don't have all the disk space in the world. I have a limited amount, and it doesn't matter that I'm using about half of it. Yeah. That's not the point.
Yeah.
Point is, it's a limited amount. I beat the game 4 times. How long am I supposed to let that sit on my hard drive?
Yeah, plus you got fiber at home. You're downloading fast. Everything's fine. It's all good. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I just do this. I do the same thing though. I get weird about it. Also, I can't let a trash can on a Mac or a PC or any computer sit full.
No, I've really hurt some people's feelings because I have emptied other people's recycle bins.
Yeah, and they're like, "Wait, I leave things in there just in case. Now I don't have that document I might need or whatever." Like, no, throw away your trash. Yeah,
it is a instinctual reaction. I don't do it to be mean or to make a point or anything, but I have been on other people's computer and been like, let's just empty this. And then I realized that's not my place to decide.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It can't be full.
Well, I think it's a habit that comes from when PCs had lower specs and you'd run out of space on your little hard disk.
Yep.
And it's because people wouldn't empty it. So you'd you'd free up a bunch of space if you just empty this, dummy.
I think that comes from that for sure.
Now, my habit is more I leave stuff in there only because I want to visually review it in case I do delete.
That's a good idea. That's actually a good idea, but I don't think to do this because of those old habits.
Are a thing, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
It's like we grew up in the depression era of computers.
Right.
Whenever EMS, you have to manage your memory to make Quake run and, all these little things you had to be like real conservative about all your resources. And it's just those habits die hard, I think. Well,
yeah, that's at least that's my, that's how I view it. So,
someone put a note about Meccha Chameleon in this. I got to mention this. My kids.
Oh, I put it in there because I was watching the Monday show and I think Carter was talking.
Yeah, my kids are playing it and they are freaking. I've never heard them.
It's like number one top seller, $7 friend slot game.
Yeah, and you'd think, it looks. I mean, it's a meme game by by those definitions. It's super popular. Everyone's streaming it. Blah blah blah. But it's prop hunt, but just done so well.
I took a look at it today and I added it to my wish list because I looked at it and I was like, come on, this has got to just be the meme game of the moment. I hate those typically.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I saw what you do in it, which is, you tuck your little man in a corner and then paint yourself to try to blend in as much as possible. And I went, I love this. I love the idea of this. This looks great.
Yeah, it's cool. I've watched them play it a bunch and it's deceptively simple, and I've never heard them laugh so hard. They're down here last night just giggling till midnight, just as loud. It's so loud I couldn't sleep, but I wasn't going to tell them no because it sounded like a blast, and I don't want to yuck their yum. But they were having so much fun.
It sounded like you were ready to say I didn't want to poop their pants.
But my understanding, and I haven't actually played it yet. I've only watched them play it, and I've seen some streams. But it's like up to 13. You can do more, but it gets janky. But you can have like 13 of your friends. There's a bunch of them go to hide or to camouflage themselves, paint themselves into corners as creatively as possible. And there's a different point system. If you're truly hiding behind objects, it cuts your points down. You don't get as much. So you want to be creative and be out front. If they look at you but don't see you, you get more points. Like it's really nuanced that way.
It's a hide in plain sight kind of thing.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not like regular prop hunt.
When you do it?
The original prop hunt mod for Gary's mod was a little more, okay, timer's up, come out and just shoot at everything you could see because anybody could be the plant or anybody could be whatever object they were. In this, it's more like you have to blend in and paint yourself like it's like I'm trying to think of what a good example of this is in a movie or something. There really isn't one. But you got to paint yourself into it so that wall, if you're not really checking, You could have a guy right there, and he's just painted so well with these rudimentary tools with your mouse in the limited time you have to paint. And you can still paint after the timer goes off, but don't do it while someone's coming or they're going to see it. Like, there's all these aspects to it, and then getting caught, and it's just an intense, like, hide-and-seek kind of thing. And I think it seems pretty legit, so we probably ought to get it and try it and play it. It's so cheap, $7.
Yeah.
In fact, it's already in my family sharing. I'll probably just play that one. All right. John?
Yes.
Gamers, we heard you. John has played more Stellar Blade. What's going on?
Yep, that's clearly what everybody wanted me to do, right? Like, nobody wanted me to play anything new or try anything interesting. They just wanted me to play more Stellar Blade because Bo played it, and so we haven't talked enough about it.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
It is a great game. I really like it. I finished it. I beat it, and then I went to New Game Plus, which is what my original intention of playing it was, because this was absolutely the case of I went in, it was New Game Plus, none of the tutorials are popping up anymore, so I'm just sitting there going, well, I don't know what I'm doing, I guess I'll start a new game. So then I started New Game Plus, and Stellar Blade actually has kind of an interesting New Game Plus. So once you start New Game Plus, every outfit that you unlocked in the game through like boxes and things like that has a second version, like a color variation of it. So all that collectible stuff is back. They add, I think, 8 new abilities to your skill tree. Actually, it's more than that. It's considerably more than that. They add additional abilities to your skill tree to unlock and progress towards. Things that were capped out, so like you can increase the damage of your weapon as you play through the game. They uncap it, so there is a new cap, but they uncap it so you can continue to progress that. And they basically let you play through the game again with more ways to continue to grow and make your character better. And it makes that New Game Plus experience that much better. I think the only problem I'm having with it is Stellar Blade has a pacing issue if you are either not interested in the story or if you've maybe, say, heard the story twice and you kind of just want to get through it. There are a lot of cutscenes that you can skip, although ironically, usually the ones that you can skip are the more actiony ones you would kind of want to watch. But there's a lot of scenes like what you're showing on the screen right now where it's just somebody talking to you about the world and the environment and is not the most interesting stuff in the world. And you can't
skip
A
that? Oh.
You could press A to advance the dialogue a little faster, but it's not even like fast forward. It's just like but you have to hear a couple seconds before it'll let you jump. And so it's just line by line jumping, listening a couple seconds at a time. And it can get a little tedious. And so I've already fought all the bosses, already heard all the dialogue, characters already as strong as they're going to be in this moment. And I have started now to hit a fatigue level. That said, I made it into New Game Plus to basically where I could start the last mission if I wanted to.
Oh my gosh.
And launch that.
Is this game only an hour long? Like the way you guys make it sound like you just rip through it and beat it like 8 times a night.
There's just a lot of side content. Yeah,
you can skip.
Once you've played through it once and you know where to go, you can just get to the...
I wonder what the speed run record is. Look that up.
It's probably... I would think it's pretty fast.
I always like looking at these. They're fun to see. Stellar Blade, let's see.
Like, it's not, I wouldn't call it open world, but like the 2 main overworld zones are like fairly extensive and you don't have to do everything. Like, there's a lot of side quests and stuff. Mind you, it is good to do side missions if you want the good ending, because the game, and the reason I'm saying is because the game doesn't explain it to you. It just, there's the Lily meter, that's the short-haired friend. If you do things, you make her meter higher. So you want to get that to 100%, but it doesn't explain to you. It's kind of like slightly hidden, I guess, just to be a little cagey about getting the secret good ending instead of a bad ending. If that thing if it matters, you don't have to do every side mission. You just have to get up to 100%. Main stuff will help buff it too, but before you do, like, it'll tell you when you're at the point of no return. before you do that, if you want access to the best ending, you do have to get her Lily meter. You'll just see her like an avatar of her head, like some art, some icon art, and a percentage meter, and it won't explain what it is. Like at all. It doesn't even say Lily meter, nothing. There's nothing in the help menus or anything.
Yeah,
There's
it just
lots of help
pops up
menus.
every now and then, and they don't even tell you what's filling it up. It's just like, oh, I read a poster and that filled some of the meter, I guess. Yeah. Cool. And, oh, I did that side quest, that filled some of the meter.
You'll want to do some of the side content while you, if that matters to you. And I think, I don't know, the bad ending was very sad actually, so I would recommend. So I'd try to fill that up if you want a nice little ending. And the game is fun. I did everything like the first playthrough just because I wanted to.
Yeah, you want to go through the whole thing. To answer the question about speedruns, the current leader, first place leader, is a guy in the U.S. named Big Sid 119. And he did this in 2 hours and 39 minutes, 51 seconds. Yeah.
There has to be some glitches in there.
This one claims glitchless on the rules.
Really? Because I feel like even if you're pressing A through dialogue, you've got an hour of dialogue to listen to.
That's on story. Let's see what normal is. Normal, the record is 2 hours 52. Big Sid again.
Hard. Let's try hard.
Halfway titty biss. He did it in 3 hours 35 on hard. If you do new game plus hard, it's around 246.
I want to watch one of these runs. I want to see what they do. I'm curious about it. I have a hard time ignoring the side stuff. That's the biggest issue. Is I'm like, well, I got to go do that side stuff.
No, I don't want to spoil things for Scott, but like I can see how it would be that long. Like if you know where the missions are, you just go straight.
Is the side stuff like open worldy questy stuff, or what does it play out like?
It's a halfway point. Like you get this open world area, but it's not like a world is like overstating it, right? It's like a zone, So think of like a World of Warcraft zone, basically. Like just so it's like there's stuff to do, things to fight, side quests to take care of, but it's big enough that you'll spend lots of time in it if you're into it, but you're not like, whoa, this giant world. Like, you won't feel that way necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah. I think WoW Zones is a really good way to describe it.
Well, I like those.
Especially because enemies respawn when you rest, so, like, you've kind of even got respawning enemies to a degree.
That's the one Souls-like thing that's there, is if you hit a save point, the enemies will respawn.
If you rest at it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the rest points are cool. It's not just like some flame like in Souls likes. It's like there's vending machines and like computers and stuff. And there's a record player and shit. There's like this stuff. Like, oh, I like resting at camp.
I was gonna say that sounds like cool stuff I'd want to have in a room somewhere. So that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And the only thing is, so this playthrough, I don't know why, but the first time I went through, I didn't do because this is the same company that did, I can't remember the full title, but it's that Nikkei game where you behind cover and you shoot stuff. You know what I'm talking about? It's like something Goddess Nikkei or something like that.
Victory Nikkei.
That's it.
Okay. So there's a tie-in to that game that they cross over, and I ignored it the first time, and then I decided to do it this time when I went through my New Game Plus run.
Yep.
That stuff is actually kind of okay. Like when you do the mini game, because you basically play that game inside Stellar Blade, you can kind of look at it and go, oh, I see why this is a mobile game. Like you kind of get it, but there's like new outfits and stuff. None of them are that great, but it adds some fun character to the world. What it does add, however, that I discovered is I thought it's weird that they have this character model that talks to you, that gives you the quest and all that. And she's very clearly in this cool, it's the only one of the outfits from that I was like, oh, that's cool. And it's the only one you can't buy. And I was like, that's weird. Like they put one cool outfit in the game and you don't get it. But then if you do all of them and you collect all the costumes, you can fight her in boss rush mode, and if you beat her, you get the costume. And I was like, well, I'll just go do that real quick. She is at a difficulty level that is above what I was anticipating for a casual. I'll just go through.
It's like you got to learn to parry. She does like 18. Like it's basically like the pinnacle fight of the whole deal. I think you have to buy extra DLC for it, though, no?
Maybe. I mean, I have the Ultimate Edition or whatever. Yeah. So Scott, you don't have to worry about that. If you get just the base one,
the plan was the base
necessary.
one.
Like, game's got a bajillion costumes. I'm sure you will find something that tickles your pickle.
No,
Like,
you're not missing out on anything
fine.
except it's basically 5 side quests and then a boss rush fight and a costume as rewards. So you're not missing out on much.
It's not much, but the boss fight is kind of cool. But I did have a moment when I saw her at the bottom of the list for boss rush. I was like, is she at the bottom because she's harder than everybody, or is she at the bottom because this is DLC and that's where they put her? And then I got into the fight, and I got through phase 1 on my first try, and then got blown up immediately in phase 2 and went, okay, well, I guess I know why she's at the bottom of the list now. Did you do that fight, Bo? Did you complete that one?
No, actually, I meant to, and I forgot about it. Now I need to go back and do it. It's quite hard. I didn't even do the man fight either. So the boss rush mode, I kind of skipped because I moved on to the next game. I got to go. I never did the boss rush fights, even though I did. I played it a lot. I played it 3 times through, and I was like, maybe I'll get back to it. Is it even still installed? I think I just might have moved on to other games.
I can't remember his name, but I know. Yeah, the man fight. I know what you're talking about. He was a fun fight.
No,
too.
His name is Man. M-A-N-N.
Oh, is it just Man? Okay, yeah, the man fight. I did do that. I completed that because that's how you get their like weird skimpy royal guard costume. So I was maybe highly motivated. It has a cape though.
No,
capes are cool.
Capes are cool. They can be. You know,
I did that one.
No shortage of. I'm looking at this Nikkei thing now. I get where some of the costumes come from that you earn from. Yeah. Okay.
It's that fight was crazy, but I'm debating if I want to keep trying to do it or not. But I am kind of at a point now where I'm like, okay, I might have had my fill of Stellar Blade. I've beaten the game almost twice now since I picked it back up. Maybe it's time to play something else.
Yeah.
Play some other stuff, and Bloodbrain's coming. You know.
Yeah, that's true. A ways off, but coming no matter what. Yeah.
So besides more Stellar Blade, I have played and finished, actually, to a degree. Not 100%ed, but I finished the main stages of Astro Bot. My son and I playing through that together. And that was a fun experience. There was a lot of pass the controller. Okay, now give it here, take it. But he's getting really good at that game. Like, I've been trying because he's tempted to always just default to dad do this for me. It's hard. And so I've been trying to get better at not letting him get away with that and just being like, well, you got to try it yourself. You got to learn. I do feel a little bad because, again, the PlayStation controller is so big in his hands that it's like, he's like, how do I push all of these buttons at the same time when it starts to get into like multiple button presses that you have to manage? Like, there's a stage where you have to hold R2 in to activate a fan. You have to move with the stick and you have to press X at the right point and jump around. And I was like, give it a try. And then I saw what he was trying to do. And I went, okay, buddy, hand it here. I understand. He's like trying to claw his way around the controller to make it work. But he had a great time with it. He seemed really proud that we finished it together, and he keeps asking to play it constantly. So he loved it. I had a great time with it too. I thought the game was really, really good. I think, it won Game of the Year for a reason. I don't have any mysteries as to why it got those sorts of accolades. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's just. Honestly, it's left me hungry for more Astro Bot. I really am at a place where I'm like, yeah, they could do more of this, and you can even kind of see like where they might go next because they do experiment a little bit with some of the unlocks. Like, you can change his look; he gets a little bit of costuming. Maybe next time, instead of collecting bots that look like PlayStation characters, maybe you're collecting looks and abilities. Because that's the one thing my son kept running into was. We would get like Nathan Drake, right? And it would be a bot that looks like him. But then every bot that you find also has a thing that you can get for them to interact in the world. and he would see like Nathan Drake's gun, and in his mind now we have that gun, and he's like, do we have that gun, Dad? And I'm like, no, that's for the bot that's gonna hang around. He's like, why didn't we get the gun? Like, why does he get the gun? And thankfully they put in a level where you do get the gun, and that's his favorite level. He just runs around and shoots little balls at everything. But he every time it was like, we get a sword. Oh, do we get a sword? No. Oh, do we get a spaceship? No. And so I think that's maybe one thing if they do another game with the kids in mind, of course. It would be fun to let you experiment with some of the props and stuff that they give the characters.
Well, it looks like a pretty fun platformer, you know?
Yeah, I understand now why everybody, it seems like everybody I talk to who plays this game is like, this was the first game I felt motivated to 100%, or, you know, you're going to want 100% it, stuff like that. I totally get it, because you don't have to do everything to get to the end of the game. I think I only have like 245 bots rescued or something like that out of 320 something. There are a bunch of challenge stages that come up later, which that was a fun, valuable lesson of, Dad, maybe we can just give up. Your dad doesn't give up. We keep trying. We keep going. We're motivated.
There ain't no giving up here, boy.
You know, try and show him that we progress. Although for some reason he goes real antagonistic. He's like, I'm rooting for the bad guy. And I was like, okay, well, you can root for the bad guy, but I'm going to show you what persistence will get you, because I'm going to win in the end. But that's been a lot of fun, the challenge maps, because they don't give you any checkpoints. So it's a lot of complicated platforming and ability use without the checkpoints to kind of pull your butt out of the fire. And
it's a little like, I mean, they've even said that Mario Odyssey was a massive inspiration when that team accepted their award. But it feels like that. It's like, you can get through this. You can do all the things. You can have a great time. You can run credits. But if you really want to go nuts and 100% it, there's so much more to do.
Yeah.
I love that about these games. This game seems rad.
Yeah, I mean, after the credits, they add a bunch of galaxies, and he came running because I had walked out of the room while credits were going, and he goes, Dad, there's more galaxies. They made a bunch of new galaxies. And I was like, yeah, that's all right. We'll get into them.
That's great.
He's so excited. So that's been a ton of fun. Other than that, I just do want to give a shout out thank you to King Kimazabi for gifting Street Fighter 6. They basically said, enjoy Tifa when she comes out.
Nice.
Pretty accurate. And I did notice during the show, I owe a big thank you to Dr. Tolbert for gifting, where is it? The game that I just talked about. Why can't I remember it? Because it's got such a common name. What is it called? The Adventures of Elliot.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yes. So a huge thank you to Dr. Tolbert. That might be the next thing I play now that I know that.
I'm so curious about that one. You're gonna have to fill us in next week. Tell if it's any good.
So yeah, I'm curious about it too. So I think that might be on my next up list, because I was trying to figure out what comes after Stellar Blade, and I think that's going to be it.
That sounds like fun.
Just can't remember the name Elliot for some reason.
I mean, it's a hard one to remember. I get it. All right. What else you get up to? Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Busy, fun times for John this week. Hey, Bo.
Hi.
You're all in on Nightreign again.
Yeah, so...
How's that going?
Stellar Blade. I played some Elden Ring and Stellar Blade, and I was like, I never actually played the Hollows, the What Something Hollows, because there was an expansion, right? That got released.
Oh, right.
I think it was gifted to me, but I don't remember who gifted it. I'm sorry. But yeah, so there's like 2 new heroes to play, and 2 new like end bosses, like levels, and a bunch of stuff added for like the content in there. So I kind of got in, and I kind of just got hooked again. I've been playing all week. Like, and whenever I don't have like work or something to do, it's like I'm booting up Nightreign and just playing. Each of the characters have like these remembrances, which are just stories that also put you out into the world, and there's sort of these individual missions, and I didn't do them all, so I also went hard and finished all the remembrances for the now 10 characters that are in the game. And then I've been working on getting all the like relics and items that you can get from the shops from doing stuff. And now the Everdarks, which are hard versions of the bosses with like extra mechanics and cool stuff, they now have a rotation where there's 3 of them weekly rather than 1. So there's like lots of options for stuff to do. So I've been like working on. I didn't finish all the Everdark versions of all the release bosses, and you find a match real quick. It's like Heroes of the Storm. It's like you like, is anyone playing this? It's like, man, this game is like healthily played.
That's good. I was going to ask if you were playing with randos. Sounds like you were.
Yeah, I'm always playing with randos. It's like, I feel like it's still a smaller audience, but like, it's a pretty successful game. I was looking at the top sellers of the sales. I just cruised through. It's like 39th still selling the most copies. So I think people are still enjoying it. You just don't hear a lot about it, but this game is fantastic. I'm addicted. It's so good. I even have John's like Office Stellar Blade thing, and once a game like this it's like different than Elden Ring. Elden Ring's like slow. This is a cracked out version of those slow ass games. It's pretty fun. And AI bots, no, they're real people. You can tell they do weird gestures and stuff with their emotes. It's definitely not bots.
No.
No. This is, to me, this game is one of the all-time greats of games. Like, I think one of my favorites of all time. It's like it's climbing up there with Heroes and PlanetSide and World of Warcraft and stuff like that.
Damn. All right.
It's one of the best games ever. So I played a lot of that. I don't know if anyone has questions about it, but it's great.
I have one question, and that is, you're playing Overwatch again, too. Why?
Yeah, so I got an email saying there's a new hero. And so
that sounded ruder than I meant it. I didn't mean it like that.
I know. It's like you like Overwatch.
I do like Overwatch.
It sounded so judgmental. You're playing Overwatch.
Why? Explain yourself, Bo. No, I also
I don't know if
like
you got
Overwatch.
the email. There's a new hero, and 2 things.
I don't know if you have the email. Because they're always spamming these new heroes in the emails.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
Yeah, but like so the new hero's name is Shion, and all I could think of when I think of like saying Shion is Scott saying she on me.
She on me.
She on me.
Yeah.
So, and also she's a Omnic. She's not she's a robot.
Oh.
But like the Omnics usually look like, robot-y, like Zenyatta and Ramatra and stuff like that. But she's like it's a geisha Japanese Omnic that went rogue and is now a criminal underworld person. And she's got a motorcycle.
That's cool.
So one of her abilities is like to just drive on a motorcycle, and then you can launch it at the enemies. And she's kind of fun as hell. I mean, she plays probably the most like Tracer, like as like a flanker. Get in there. She has a little dash and stuff.
Yeah, it feels a little tracery just by watching this.
Yeah, she's kind of got. You got and you can jump the motorcycle in the air, stop midair, boost it up, and then fire it. She's
cool.
really cool. And then she can make her gun shoot in an X. And
what's her ultimate?
Her ultimate? Oh, this is the best. So for a period of time, you can just dash midair, and then you have 3 charges of this thing where you do like a cartwheel, and then just shoot bullets everywhere. Just go dash, dash.
Wow.
She's like super badass. And I really like her design and stuff like that. She's so cool.
Nice.
But she's very weak, and it's a flanker. Like, it's hard to shoot at range. They just fire the motorcycle off.
It's pretty cool. Just chucking motorcycles like they don't cost anything.
And another detail I appreciate, she's a guns akimbo, 2 pistols akimbo kind of person. But, usually either they both fire at the same time, or the left gun shoots and the right gun shoots and the left gun shoots and the right gun shoots. One of the details they've done with her is sometimes she'll just shoot like 2 to 3 bullets out of the right gun and a couple of bullets out of the left gun. Like, it's kind of random. She's not just going pung, pung, pung. It's like... So I was like very distracted for a little while trying to figure out if it was random or on purpose. And it's, on purpose.
It seems pretty good. She seems all right.
I know. She's fun as hell, man. Overwatch, they always say the hero designs, I love them. They're so good.
Is it pure DPS or is she some kind of one of those new hybrids?
She's a DPSer.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't have ult. I'm not going to have ult for a little while. Maybe tab ahead a touch, but
yeah, let's see that.
If you want to see the ult, but it's pretty cool.
Here we go. 80, 90.
I probably might get killed doing the ult. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. 80.
Here we
I don't
go.
know if I launch it right away.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
I might, going in.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Just like, yeah, I think I got screwed by the shield, and I went deep and didn't get any kills. But
Yeah.
I've seen it clean up.
It looked cool though.
Yeah. So
right.
it's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
More Overwatch.
Overwatch game. Yeah.
Yep.
And so unexciting week for new novelty content for me. So, I played some Heroes of the Storm. That's about it.
Sweet. I respect it.
Yeah. I got asked. I'd be like, Bo, listen, there's dozens of us. People flew to our meetup and was like, Bo, talk about Heroes of the Storm.
I still play Heroes.
We talk about Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
So, shout out to all the Heroes players. I played some this week in honor of them.
Still got a bunch of those out there.
I don't have much to say except, it's the queues are still fast.
There you go. That's what you want.
That's a good question.
Let's get to an email. This is a text, actually, from Brian Wheatley, like the little ball from
Wheatley.
Portal 2 ball.
I remember him. Yeah.
Wheatley was great. He's not dead. Right. Was he? Did he die in that? No.
No, he's in space.
That's right. He's up on the moon or whatever. Spoiler. All right, here we go. Brian Wheatley wrote in.
True.
He says, "Hey, Core, this is for John. After watching a few of Scott's RE playthroughs, I'm wanting to jump in myself. I know almost nothing about the story, so wondering what would be the optimum order to play these games in. Thanks for the great content every week. Thanks, Brian." Great question. I don't know that John's ever laid out the lore, like the best order, remake or original, I got that whole thing. Have you ever done that officially?
I've had a couple people ask about it, so I've given it some thought.
All right.
I think, if you're going to ask what order should I play, I'm assuming that you don't necessarily know that you're all in, because I feel like if it's just I want to immerse myself in the story and I just want to know the story, you can either watch videos or start at Resident Evil 1 and make your way through the series, and that's fine. But if you just want like a solid gameplay experience and narrative to go along with it, I would say play Resident Evil 2 Remake, play Resident Evil 4 Remake, and play Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Those are your 3 baseline games to play.
All right.
You will get a complete story in the form of Leon's arc from first day on the job to, where he's at in Requiem. And, old man Leon.
Yeah.
And it tells, it kind of goes full circle. So it's 3 games. It's not like it's an insane amount of games that you have to play, considering how many games there are in Resident Evil. You'll get a little bit of the horror in Resident Evil 2. You'll get the action in Resident Evil 4, and you'll get the balance in Requiem. So 1, 2, 3. Except those aren't the numbers. 2, 4, 9. If you like what you played and you want more of it, add Resident Evil 3 Remake to that list.
Okay.
This is one of the most hated games in the series.
Yeah.
But it's not hated because it's a bad game. It's hated because people know what should be in the game that isn't in the game. If you play it not knowing, it's a phenomenal experience. Scott, you played it, and you have not played the original Resident Evil 3. What'd you think of Resident Evil 3?
I thought 3 was... I knew about all the we don't like, that's a bad one in the series kind of attitude. And since I hadn't played it originally, I kind of went in with low expectations for that one. But also they were doing killer work with these remakes, so I was like, this will be all right. Yeah. I liked it. I liked 3. 3 was good. 3 was worth playing.
If you don't know, you don't know. If you have original Resident Evil 3 to compare to, it's like, oh my God, they cut all the good content from the video game.
Yeah.
But it still plays good. It's still a fine game. And if you don't know what got cut, then it feels
then it won't matter.
Short, but it's okay.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't think it made any difference to me. I mean, I enjoyed it as much as I did the 2 remake. And by all accounts, everyone thinks 2 is the greatest thing in the history of the world. So I didn't feel like 3 was a drop off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe if I'd have played the originals, I'd have been weird about it, but I didn't feel that way.
The next one I would add is the remake, and it's not labeled remake, but the remake of Resident Evil 1. So it's the version you're going to probably find on Steam. It's going to be the version you find on it's the one that came out on Gamecube. It's older, but it holds up. Like visually, it's still a pretty impressive video game. It does still fall into the tank controls era of the game. So there's a learning curve to get over with it. But if you want to see the origins of the story, it's a good one to add in. Just know that it's going to play very differently, and that's going to be a little hard to get over.
Do you think they ever give it that full treatment, though? The first one gets like the modern...
Rumor is they are.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
going to be the first one that's been remade twice, so
Weird.
that's the rumor. But,
Okay.
we're still
I
probably
could see
a
him
ways
doing
away
it.
on
I
that.
could totally see him doing it. So we'll see.
You can also add 7 and 8. 7 is the scariest game, and 8 is its direct sequel, which is a lot more actiony. It is more of its own self-contained thing. That's a story following Ethan Winters and his family, I guess. And that will be, within 2 games, kind of a self-contained narrative within the story. And if you've played all of those at that point, just accept that you're in and you're a fan and play whatever games you want at that point.
I like that. It's a
Like-
very nuanced answer. It's not so much just order. It's like, here's the gist of the Leon arc, which is probably the biggest deal in the series. And then just if you like this other stuff, then you're a fan. You're going to play it all. That's good. Yeah. I bet he likes that. Brian Wheatley, let us know what you end up doing. Let me know how 7 goes for you, because that shit sucked. And I mean in a good way.
Yeah. Although, speaking of, you're free to skip 6.
Oh, yeah. Take 6 and I think
6
5.
yeah.
5 is pretty bad, too, I thought.
5 is okay. Play 5 if you have a friend.
Yeah.
I think 5 you might be safe to not play because maybe that'll be next on the remake track or something like that too. 5 and 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if
we're
we've
doing
heard any,
Veronica right now, but maybe at some point, there'll be a redux of 5 and 6.
have we heard any rumblings about that, John? 5 and 6?
The rumor, so there's a person on Twitter who has a really good track record of talking about what's coming out. They're not 100% right, but it seems like they tend to get word in very early stages and maybe miss some of the later stage details.
Yeah.
But they have a very good track record, and they said currently the ones that are in process is Code Veronica remake, Resident Evil 1 remake, and eyes on Resident Evil 10 and what that will be.
Yeah.
So as of right now, they have said that there isn't a lot of interest in remaking 5, but they said that Code Veronica came from asking fans what they would like to see, and almost by a crazy high margin, Code Veronica was on the list. So the interest was not there for 5, and they don't seem to have it there internally.
I can only, it wasn't, neither do fans. So it's not like this a big shock.
It's a big chapter for a lot of characters. It's a big chapter if you like Chris. It's where Wesker perishes. Spoilers for 5. But he's as close to a consistent villain as Resident Evil gets. He appears in many, many games. Sometimes he calls himself Xeno for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Weird.
But that's where kind of the culmination of him and Chris's story is. So it's a shame that chapter isn't as fondly thought of. It also has Sheva, which I think it was, speaking of like good character additions, Sheva is one of the best character additions that it had. I think the problem was, one, it was going after Resident Evil 4, which was a game that changed action games forever. It really dropped the ball on being scary. It went full action, and the co-op, like, people who played that game co-op love it and swear by it. But if you were playing by yourself, it was a more frustrating experience by yourself. So that's the problem that Resident Evil 5 has. But I played it with a friend, and I had a wonderful time playing it with a friend.
Nice.
But I got done with it and went, yeah, that's not Resident Evil.
What if 10 is Ethan, old man Leon, Chris?
Ethan's dead, Scott.
Oh, wait, when? How? What?
He
died in 8?
He died in 8. He blew himself up.
Oh, but you're who'd he leave? It's a girl. There's a lady now.
Chat's like, well, spoilers, but let me put a big but on here.
Rose?
There is some debate as to whether or not he could still be around.
Okay, because they could retcon that business. Who knows? Here's my thing though. Okay, forget about
Everybody
Ethan.
comes back in Resident Evil. Wesker, I just said, was dead, and now he's around to. Everybody's alive and everybody's dead.
I have a better idea. Leon, Mr. X, but he's feeling nice now. He's working with him.
He's their buddy.
One of them, yeah. And that tofu thing you showed me. Those three are on a space station where the T-virus has survived. They eradicated it down here, but no, there's one up in space, and that station's full of all those little bald girls. There's your game. That's it.
We can call it Tofu X.
Yep.
He gets put in a reconstitution chamber and comes out as metal tofu.
Yeah. That's it. We just did it. We just designed 10. Capcom, send us your checks directly.
Yeah.
All right.
I apologize for spoilers, but honestly, with Resident Evil, there's really not a lot of spoilers. Like, every character is kind of dead. Every character is kind of living. It's not...
Nothing set in stone.
Very rarely means much of anything.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, we forgot to do this on the stream, and we're not going to do it here because this does just devolve into spoilers, but we didn't talk about the bad ending that you avoided.
I avoided the bad. So the ending I got, you said, is the good ending.
Yeah, you got the good ending.
I saw the wedding ring moment. I saw... What else was significant about that ending? I guess the stinger doesn't count.
That it was good. Hey, you want to hear something crazy that isn't a spoiler? If you get the bad ending, there's no final boss to the video game.
At all?
No. Because you know how Creepy Man shows up at the end, and that's your final boss?
Yeah.
He doesn't show up if you get the bad ending.
What? Where is he then during that?
He's not there. He doesn't show up.
So how does that end then? Hold on. Okay, so how did I get the good ending? I chose between the two options. One was let it out, or the other one was destroy it.
Yeah, don't say.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to say.
This is newer than some of the games we've spoiled.
That's true. But I guess I'm wondering why he would decide in the second scenario not to come out. That's weird.
He just doesn't show up.
All right. But it's not because we assume because we kind of thought he was. I don't want to spoil anything.
It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Just for a fun fact, I thought you would enjoy knowing that if you get the bad ending in Resident Evil 9 is one of the most abrupt, what the hell are we doing things. There's no final boss. The game just hard cuts to like credits almost out of nowhere. You're like, oh, okay.
You think it was bad because they really want you to go back and load
They
the save
do, because you'll note that you didn't get any pop-up saying, hey, do you want to go see the other ending? If you pick the bad ending, it goes, hey, do you want to try that again?
Okay.
It almost makes it annoying that they even put the option
what's the
there.
point? I guess they want you to make you feel like you're making a big, massive decision on the all mankind's in the balance and you're making the grand decision. So I get why that tension is interesting. But that's kind of a nothing burger.
Yeah, it's really anticlimactic.
No, I still think it's one of the best they've ever made. It was very, very good. All right, Brian Wheatley, thank you. If you'd like to send in your messages, you can go to the 10hams.com line. That'll let you do voicemails, texts, all kinds of fun stuff. 10hams.com. That's right, 10, either the letters or the number 10. Two weirdos bought you domains and have them both forwarding there. Go to 10hams.com and let yourselves be heard. Also, emails can be used as well. That email address is show@core.show. All right? I don't want to make it too confusing. The website is frogpants.com/core. And instead of second guessing myself, we are now going to do something super fun, which is to sum up the games we played this week and do it with a letter home from the war front. Take it away, John.
My dearest Martha, the games we spoke about this week. Man, it's like I've gone back in time. What, did nothing come out this year for them to talk about? I guess they did talk about Resident Evil 9. That's recent. But now let's talk about some other stuff. Like Sea of Stars. Thank you for your application, which I guess is also a recent game. But
True.
Hold on, we're about to go back a ways. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Pragmata. You know what? There were plenty of games from this year on this show. What am I even talking about? Ignore this old fool, Martha. Sometimes in the 4 hours it takes to record this episode, I get lost in little details. Like the fact that we played Stellar Blade again. It's like 8 weeks in a row of Stellar Blade. And Astro Bot. Bo played Elden Ring Nightreign. He also played Overwatch. And a hit new MOBA that you may have heard of called Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, man. That game. Yours in this life. Sorry, I cut you off again.
Yours in this life. Interrupting Cat Moo.
Oh, it made me choke. All right, well done, everybody. That is the show. That is Core. And we'll be back next week with more of Core. I also put up an article on the various places for patrons and supporters of the show that was all about a genre you just are sick of. You don't want to do it anymore. And you used to be obsessed with it, now you're not. And for me, that is...
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. And for me, it's those Vampire Survivor likes. I'm good. I've had my fill. Don't make me any more. I don't want them. We're
you
good.
say that, but the Warhammer one's coming. And
Oh,
you
shit,
damn
I
well know you're going
forgot.
to play it.
I forgot about it. Shoot. I totally forgot about the Warhammer one. All right, one exception to the rule. Anyway, been enjoying hearing what your worn out genres are. A lot of people have been farting around with some different stuff on the comments. Please keep those coming. We'll be back next Thursday, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, until it ends. That's the time. One till it ends. That'll be next week, next Thursday. We'd love to see you there. Thanks for listening. Go play some video games. We'll see you next time.
This has been a Frog Pants production. Find all our shows at frogpants.com.
Hi, Scabolo.